Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Comic Book Late Night Unlimited. It is I, Captain Logan, and joining me as always is my co-host Chris.
I have to do this every time now.
That's your thing?
It's my thing now, apparently.
It's like, yeah, my thing is this, but at the end of a show,
yeah,
Chris's thing is this.
Just
at the
this.
start. I don't have like a start of the show thing.
I just started doing this. Like, I did this one time, like, hey, everyone, and then I kept doing it. It's like, I guess I have to now. I'm stuck.
On just camera or in real life?
Yes.
Do you walk into rooms? Is this how you make an entrance?
Look.
What was Thanksgiving like?
That is a loaded question, sir. That question is stuff like a turkey.
Is the turkey ready?
It's like, everybody, it's time for food. Wait. All right, now we're good.
I'm really enjoying this parade. Anyway.
This balloon is Goku.
Well, it's been another couple of weeks since our last Comic Late Night, and this will be our last one for the year,
yes.
So we'll have a little bit of a hiatus with everything on the channel, including this show, until we get back at the start of next year. Chris, instead of a new comic review, new mini or graphic novel or something, at the start of next year, I want to prep for a top probably 10 list of offerings from this last year.
Okay.
And I used to do this years ago when I was covering new stuff. And I've only been buying new for about half of this year.
Yeah.
But I've bought enough stuff that I can do a list of either series or single issues to include you. Another way we could do this is we could make it a list of just the best stuff that we reviewed on this show.
Yeah.
And we could include, all the things that we reviewed at the end of the show, but we could also include new series that we've been tapping in and out of.
Yeah.
And that would let you get in on that.
Yeah, because I tap in and out a lot on everything.
And I know you probably haven't bought enough single issues that you could easily make a top 10 list for the year.
I mean, a lot of the stuff I bought, too, was just because, a lot of the stuff I bought was, like, stuff that was, like, 2 years old anyway that I saw on a shelf that looked cool.
Yeah, so you haven't been keeping up with it in such a way where it would really make a lot of sense to do that.
No, I mean, look, I'll just take a week, power through everything, spend like $1,000.
I was going to say, that would cost you some money.
Just go to the shop, give my credit card, walk away.
But I think that's what we'll do at the start of next year.
Right.
Because that'll be a long enough segment. We won't have time to do both.
Yes.
And then we'll get back to reviews after that. So anyway, welcome. Thanks a lot for being here. Really appreciate it. I've stacked up a bunch more back issues. Chris, I've got more new acquisitions to deal with. Not as much as last time because I bought half a short box.
Yeah.
Last time. But I found this great flea market booth that I bought a few things from.
Oh, nice.
And I've got a couple of actually pretty neat, not like giant expensive grails or anything, but a couple of kind of neat things to show you. They do have some grails in that booth, and there's some stuff that I'm considering at some point, if it's still there, maybe. They've got some nice stuff under glass. That guy's got all of the original Galactus trilogy.
Really?
In first prints, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, he's got some stuff in there.
Yeah.
He's got some real early X-Men.
Right.
He's got stuff in the 20s and 30s. Like, he's got some really nice Silver Age stuff.
Nice.
We should go over there.
We should actually,
It's a great booth. And I like his setup because he has a big corner booth. For anybody that's in the area or comes into the area, this is like 95th and Metcalf. It's in the parking lot with the vintage stock and with the board game store.
Yes. Yeah.
And
nice.
the brick store and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It is just the nerdiest like corner that's in the area, I think.
And just like a little down the way.
Strip mall is what I was trying to
say.
say.
Exactly.
The nerdiest strip mall we've got.
Nerdiest strip mall. And just down the way, too, is like Bebop South, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, you're right. That's right down in the corner. There's a lot of good comic stuff right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's got a really great corner booth, and then if you turn the corner and you go down the aisle right next to it, he has a secondary booth where he liquidates stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's got cheaper stuff in there, and he does a holiday sale where that booth is half off.
Okay, yeah.
And he doesn't have dollar boxes, but he has $2 boxes that become dollar boxes during a sale, and really decent stuff in there.
Nice.
So I bought some good dollar stuff, and I bought more stuff for Mikey's box for Christmas.
That'd be cool.
Out of there. But anyway, so I'll show you some of that stuff a little bit later on. And everybody bear with me. I am a bit out of it this week. I just have not been getting enough sleep, and last night was kind of a crazy late show, and I'm not quite recovered from that. So I'm going to do my level best tonight. But
we believe in you, Cap.
Oh, thanks, man. But I don't know. I just wanted to throw in that caveat in case I have a hard time putting sentences together. But we should have a fun show. So
I'd say that's usually our best shows too, when none of us can actually form words. It's like, hey, everybody, welcome to.
It's entertaining.
Yes, yeah.
At the very least.
Yeah.
Nicholas, so you're ranking all the comics you discussed for Comic Book Late Night? No, not everything. But I'll probably do, like I said, a top 10 of stuff that we talked about.
Yeah.
This last year. Austin's going to join us a little bit later to talk about the stuff that he's read recently. I'm going to more rapid fire my new stuff when we get to it, because some of this, because A, I'm incoherent, and B, some of this stuff I haven't read in a few days, and so I'll just sort of sign flip and be like, read this or don't read this.
We actually got the signs over there too somewhere.
I actually was pulling those out early on before you came on the show. But here in a little bit, we'll look at offerings for tomorrow. I don't have a giant week this week.
Yeah.
I scrolled through it before we started, and I think I've only got a couple things I have to buy this week.
Yeah.
But before we do all of that, I got Chris a Christmas gift.
Ooh.
And I thought I'd see if Chris wanted to open his comic-related Christmas gift.
I am interested. I'm intrigued.
On camera.
Yes.
Here you go,
Thank
Chris.
you very much.
Let's see what Chris got.
Wow. I like the wrapping paper here too.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not surprisingly dinosaurs wearing Santa hats.
Okay. Oh wow. Have here the Batman 66. It's compendium.
So that's the compendium. So that's all of it.
Oh wow.
That's all of the main series.
Yeah.
Plus the Two-Face story.
Yeah.
And it doesn't include the all the random crossovers.
Either way, thank you.
But it's got everything else. So that series was 30 issues, I think.
Yeah, it ran for me a bit too.
And so that's a pretty
Yeah.
substantial volume.
Got Luchador Bane here.
But yeah, I knew you hadn't read much of that, so
Yeah, like I'd read bits and pieces enough to know that I liked it. I appreciate. Well,
it's really good.
Thank you very much. I'm reading this tonight.
A lot of that is the Allreds, who I kind of fell in love with.
Yeah.
Right during that, but especially with their Silver Surfer.
Their Silver Surfer run was pretty great too.
It's so freaking good.
You
know what my biggest complaint about that is?
What's that?
That it renumbered. I'll never understand that.
I mean, that's also just a Marvel problem too.
No, I know, but it's still kind of unusual to do it with the exact creative team.
Yeah, exactly. Too.
I don't know what the point was of that.
Well, thank you very much. I do have a little something for you.
Oh, is it comic related? Well, it makes sense on this show, Chris.
Kind of. Look, it's Captain Logan related.
Oh, good.
That much. And actually, too. Again, this was a little short notice. That's why it's in a plastic bag with some tissue paper in it. But...
Oh, sorry if I didn't give you enough notice, Chris.
No, you are good.
And you didn't have to get me anything, but I appreciate it.
You will appreciate this, though.
Well, thanks, buddy. Now, when he said Captain Logan related, I'm worried that'll be literal.
Yeah,
no. There's like a Captain Logan in the bag.
Yeah, I cloned you and describe your DNA.
A little Captain Logan. Oh, look, it's the other
power
of the RPG miniatures. So Chris gave me the first set of these, and so I've got all of the miniatures for the Heroes of the Grid game.
Yeah.
And they made another set of smaller ones for the RPG, and I think it's mostly the same characters, but in different sculpts.
Yeah.
And so it's more stuff to paint, and if we ever finally freaking get to that
I know,
game,
right?
and want the smaller ones, we can play with those. You know what else they've made with this that having these I might at some point finally break down and grab, because I've been tempted by it. They also did a box of, and by the way, they discontinued these pretty quick, so they only did 2.
Right.
And I. Like, it's not surprising if they didn't sell well, but like I said, it'll be nice to have the smaller ones for that game.
Yeah.
So thanks, Chris.
You're very welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But something else that I might get at some point to go with this is they did a set of cardboard standees. That's a crap ton of characters.
Yeah.
It's like 190
That's
standees.
not bad.
And they're of various scales, so they have like ranger ones, and then they have giant, like ranger size ones.
Yeah.
And then they have giant ones for Megazord fights.
Nice.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I mean, especially for a lot of those stuff too, like a lot of TTRPG minis could get pretty pricey too, could add up after a while. And I mean, if you use something like Hero Forge,
Is that going to give me that's great. It's another Gold Ranger.
gotta have the Gold Ranger. Come on.
I have painted him twice now. This will be the third time I get
Third
to paint
time's the
Gold
charm.
Ranger. I watch these not look as good though, because I'm not the best painter in the world, and one of the reasons I got into Power Rangers is because they're larger, and now I have to try to do the like
you leveled up
the D&D size ones.
You leveled up in painting.
Is there anybody in here that's not in the main game?
Most of those.
RPM Silver might not be. I can't remember. Anyway, this is not interesting to anybody.
It's funny though, because like again, they're on the ground. But especially a lot of times too, is menus can add up, and again, if you're using something like Hero Forge, you could be paying like you could be paying $20 just for like a little standee too, 15, 20 just, but those are custom too. Those sure. And of course, like Hero Forge is. Are you familiar with Hero Forge at all? It's a website where you can make your own mini. You could go in, they've got like different bodies you can pick from, different outfits, and they're from all sorts of genres. You got your sci-fi ones, your fantasy ones, your modern day ones. But you pick your character, you color them, you put little decals on them for like t-shirt logos or patterns on their outfit. Fun. It's one of those that if I'm bored, I will do just to like poke. It's like a creative player in a video game too, where if you've just got an idea for a character, you just need to kind of get it out. Or if you play a game and you just, even if it's not like, even if you're DMing, or even if you aren't really using minis in that game, it's still nice just to sort of form everything just in its own little space.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, it's really cool. But it's one of those, too, that once you start making characters, you end up with, like, a billion different characters that would cost, like, $8 billion to buy. So, yeah, you end up with, like, a backlog. It's like, I'm never going to actually, because depending on, like, if you want it colored, if you want it, like, metallic, that can affect the price, too. It could go anywhere from, again, like, $10 at the cheapest to, like... 80 if you're going to like really upscale models too, but you could also get like little standees, and they do charge you if you use like Roll20 or like a virtual tabletop of any kind, so you could buy like a
sounds surprising.
It's one of those where they'll try to get as much money out of you as they can, but again, if you need something just to like clear your brain too, it's
that reminds me so Here's the Grid is ending, and the last wave was supposed to come in November, and they had to delay it because they had a misprint with something, and so they had to reprint a bunch of stuff. Right. So it's not coming out apparently until February now, but they did decide to go ahead, and I haven't downloaded these yet, I've got to get to that, but they did decide to go ahead and give the Kickstarter backers the custom stuff already. Right. So I don't know if I told you about this, but since the game is ending, they're giving us templates for everything in the game so we can continue it on our own and make our own stuff.
That sounds amazing,
and
actually.
there's supposed to be like 100 files. It's just
nice.
preposterous, all the different things that are going to be there. So, like, literally anything that's in the game, there's some kind of obscure stuff that a lot of people don't even use that you'll be able to make cards for.
Nice.
And that's exciting. And so Jason and I are going to start trying to build new Rangers and obviously do kind of crossover things. And we're thinking about getting some sets of those like metal figures of various properties, and then just make all the characters that are in those sets, because they'll put out boxes of like 20 for like 20 or 25 bucks. And so we could do Sonic characters, and we could do Transformers, and
that'd be
like,
cool.
it'd be cheap. I wouldn't get to paint them, but it would be a cheap way to do it, as opposed to having to come up with STL files and stuff like that, which you could do. And Brandon's been kind of begging me to get into some of that because he has a 3D printer, and he wants more of an excuse to print things. And there are people that have made good STL files for Rangers stuff that's not in the game. So we'll probably end up going down a rabbit hole and building a lot of custom stuff for that game, which will be fun.
If Brandon actually does have a 3D printer, I do need to show you Hero Forge now.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's printed us stuff from it before. Well, let's look at what's happening tomorrow. We'll get back into comics here. But anyway, Merry Christmas, Chris.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Here comes offerings for tomorrow. We'll go through this briefly. We've got Absolute Flash tomorrow. Again, I'm not cut up on that. I need to do that at some point. I am, so I mentioned this before, but I am finally starting to slowly buy up Wonder Woman. So I'm caught up with Batman. I think there's a couple issues I haven't bought yet, but I've got most of Batman, and I've been buying that weekly or monthly for, I don't know, 5-6 months now. I can't believe we've been back at this as long as we have.
Oh, wow.
It's been half a year now.
That's wild.
And then I bought that Absolute Evil one-shot because I thought it was in an event, and it turned out that it wasn't an event.
It was a one-shot, I didn't know that either.
Well, it sounds like an event title.
It does, actually,
It sounds much bigger than it... Now, it ends up being pretty important, it looks like, for the overall continuity of that whole thing. And then Martian Manhunter I was buying, but I haven't decided if I'm going to keep going with that or not once it gets into 7. And then we've got Nightwing tomorrow, World's Finest 46. I still can't believe they've kept the numbering with that. Titans 30, Wonder Woman 28. I have heard nothing but bad things so far about the tie-in minis for KO. But Harley Quinn versus Zatanna comes out tomorrow if you want to take a chance on that. The art with these has been kind of lackluster, lukewarm, and maybe some of them are better than others, but I haven't read any of them, but from reviews I've looked at and just flipping through books, like the Lobo one looked pretty. Like what was it, Wonder Woman versus Lobo?
Wonder Woman versus Lobo.
It looked kind of terrible.
It's on.
Again, it's not fair. I've not read it, but
I haven't read it either.
It didn't look great.
It is one of the books. One thing with DCKO is they've been putting it on the app, the DC Universe Infinite app.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, and Lobo versus Wonder Woman's on there as well.
Are they putting those out day and date?
Yeah. I mean,
that's smart.
And I mean, it's funny because I guess
it's too bad more people don't know about and don't use that app. But it is smart they're doing that.
It is, yeah. But also Wonder Woman versus Lobo is one of the tie-ins they put up there. I don't know like how many of the tie-ins that Wonder Woman and Lobo is the only one I've seen. I think I've reversed them a few times. But Lobo, Wonder Woman, Lobo, whatever it is, it's on the app. So, but I don't know if they've got any of the others up there too.
Austin says Arc M is also getting a one-shot. I didn't realize that.
I think I'd heard that too.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Avengers 33, Exquisite Corpses 8. Let's see, Kryptonite Spectrum finally ends tomorrow, and that has been just one of the most original and offbeat out there Superman things in a very long time, and literally everyone seems to be loving that. I predict that will be a big trade seller.
I can see that too.
I think that'll do big guns, and I think that team. And I'll also predict this. I also think you'll see that team come back into a Batman.
I can see that too.
or a Wonder Woman or something or something major.
Just do a Trinity.
Yeah, but I think you'll see them come back and do another pseudo Golden Age, something rather.
Yeah.
Unless there's like that one obscure character that they really love that they want to come back and do. But a lot of people, a lot of writers and artists that will do kind of out of continuity stories will do one of the other.
Yeah.
They'll do a Batman or a Superman, and then if that does really well, they'll come back and they'll do the other one.
Yeah.
That seems to happen frequently, so I think you'll see that with this probably.
See that,
Superman Unlimited 8. Again, I started that. That's the Dan Slott thing.
Right.
I've heard good things about it moving forward. I liked the first issue well enough, but I was buying enough. I didn't feel a need to keep going with it. Amazing Spider-Man Torn. Number 3, I've not heard anything about this. I keep seeing it on the shelf. I don't really know what they're doing with this.
It's 3 issues in, so I'm kind of
Torn between two loves.
Two loves.
As Gwen and MJ both rush to the aid of an injured Peter Parker, Peter finds himself torn between them. But will his decision end up hurting his best friend Harry Osborn? Well, at least sounds sort of like classic Spider-Man stuff, I guess. So maybe there's that.
We'll throw it back. So
you have to do things like that to make me care at all about Spider-Man right now, and even that like doesn't sound the best. But
right.
I'm more likely to read that than the current ongoing.
The actual current,
And like I like Joe Kelly, but I read his first issue and it didn't grab me.
Sometimes it just doesn't land too. So I haven't read. I'm looking here. They've got Mortal Thor.
Unless you're Greg Land.
Oh, we can trace that line all the way back.
That's right. I have a Greg Land cover tonight, I think.
You might actually, yeah. I will say they've got Mortal Thor on the list. I picked up the first issue. I haven't read it yet. But I found out what the actual storyline behind it is. That, again...
He's just hanging out in a museum?
Well, no, he's just a guy. He is just a mortal.
Oh,
but like
it's literally the
Mortal Thor. So now he's just a guy that hits people with a hammer.
Oh,
which
is it good?
I've heard good things.
It sounds interesting. I haven't heard about this at all, and you know I've been beaten up on Marvel all year.
Yeah.
And if there are cool, off the beaten path stories like this, that are happening that are worth reading, it's irritating to me that I'm not hearing about them.
Yeah,
because you do hear about this with DC, where it's like. These are even apart from Absolute, like these are the kind of like pathetic, like almost 5-8 year throwbacks where it seems like this is still the kind of crap that we were making in 18 and 19. We're still making them now, and then here's all the like actual decent stuff.
Yeah.
That's not that, and that's more inspired than that. So I don't know if they're doing actual cool stuff. It's very annoying to me that I'm not hearing about it because I haven't been.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things too where I think that's just comics too, where the cool stuff for what you have to dig for. And I think that's even kind of the media, just the whole industry in general.
Yeah, I know, but the reputation Marvel has right now is literally nothing is good.
Yeah. So that's. But at least I've heard good things about Mortal Thor.
This is Ewing.
It's Ewing, yeah. And like I said. It's about Thor as a human who's just a guy that hits people with a hammer.
So it's out of continuity?
No, it's in continuity. He's just been like kicked out of Asgard or something.
Oh, we're doing that whole thing.
Yeah, he's been put into the mortal world. He's lost his Thorness.
Okay, because we've never done that before.
Yeah, no, never.
Somehow Black Cat is already on issue 5. I don't know where the time is going.
Yeah.
Catwoman 82. I keep hearing nothing but bad things about that book, but it still hasn't renumbered. It's very strange. Daredevil, Punisher, The Devil's Trigger. I haven't even heard about this.
Oh, yeah.
But Punisher's been coming back in full swing lately.
It's Palmiotti, too. He's been doing stuff.
I don't know if they've retconned the Jason Aaron stuff that pissed everybody off.
Right.
Or what exactly they're doing with Punisher. I don't know if you've heard.
Not really, not a whole lot.
Because we got rid of him for a little while.
Yeah.
And the uproar that I heard about the kind of retroactively saying that Frank Castle had like always been a killer, and was like murdering people before his family died,
right,
and all of that. I mean, the backlash that I've heard about this is on the level of One More Day.
Ooh,
I mean, it's like that.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And so I'm very interested to know what they've done with him bringing him back, because people are not happy about that.
I mean, that's, there's been stories that have touched on the fact that Frank Castle probably wasn't the most stable before his family got killed. Like, Ennis touched on that with a lot of his stuff, especially Bourne. But that kind of seems like the dumber version of that, too. It's like, hey, who needs nuance? Who needs new...
I mean, to be fair, like, superhero comics aren't always known for nuance. Like, you can do this stuff without that.
You can, yeah.
Sometimes it's still called for.
Yeah.
Well, these Spawn covers still continue to be great.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of generic, and I feel like I've seen them before. But...
Right, yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Although, you know what's weird about this cover?
What's that?
Sorry, I'm just looking at it. It's like the head doesn't fit with the rest of it. It almost looks like a cartoony head put on a slightly more realistic looking body.
A little bit, actually, yeah.
It's kind of odd. I love that graveyard, though. That is super cool.
That is some detail, too.
Yeah. I wonder who drew that. Danny Earls is not a guy I know.
But no, yeah.
Anyway, Rogue Storm.
So, I have to show you a thing.
You cannot tell me that you bought Rogue Storm.
I got curious.
No.
But I need to show you something.
No.
Okay.
What did you waste your $5 on?
Morbid curiosity.
No! He's holding it!
I am holding it.
He's holding Rogue Storm!
Because I need to show you just two things. So, first of all, they go to...
It is the worst thing ever, though, right?
Actually, surprisingly not.
Is it not?
I mean, it's just kind of there. It's fine. I did, but... Oh, sorry. Storm is hanging out in the Donner Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
Which, all right.
But in the Sahara Desert.
The Sahara Desert. Well, because you see, I mean, she's Storm. And, she controls the weather.
Well, I think that's how you avoid copyright infringement.
Exactly,
you just don't set it in the Arctic. You set it in the opposite of the Arctic.
Yeah. I know, part of, the event, they're going to, the Savage Land and stuff like that, too. I made the mistake of, jumping in, right in the middle of everything. But, another thing that I learned...
I honestly think that's not the only mistake you made here. But I've not read that, so that's not fair.
Here's, the thing, though. There is... I'm trying to find the actual page. Do you know there's 2 rogues now?
So, I just found out about this today. I was listening to a review of something.
Right.
And the reviewers I was listening to were both baffled and dismayed by this almost red and blue Superman thing
that's what...
that they're doing with Rogue, and because these guys read darn near everything and had not heard about this yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it started, or where it came from, or if it started with this event. But I don't think so, because they're reading Age of Revelation, they know.
Yeah.
You know what's going on there, and apparently some of these tie-in books have had almost nothing to do with Age of Revelation, from what I've heard.
I mean, I can see that too, a whole bunch of it all at once. But yeah, there's a rogue green and a rogue red. They literally are doing Superman red, Superman blue.
Well, and you're also burying the lead a little bit, because she's also been Galactus.
I forgot about
and I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
And apparently in Gail Simone's book, which sounds dreadful, is it Unbreakable X-Men? I can't remember. It's something X-Men. She's got a weird thing where and again, this is just a review I listened to. I haven't read it. It's a grain of salt, but where she's able to go back and forth from Galactus form, or shrinks down at some point, and I don't know if she can then be Galactus again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Rogue is Galactus. I don't know what's happening.
I fall out of the loop with X-Men for a lot of stuff too. I mean, there's been a couple of things I've been again popping in and out of. But I learned that Rogue has a Superman red and a Superman blue form, so...
Austin says, to be fair, you bought Thwicked Cap. That's infinitely more embarrassing. No, it's not. Because I bought it because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. That is such a ridiculous new character that I could not allow my collection to not have that. Now,
Sensational Character 5, 2025.
Now, not only did I buy it, I read it,
Right.
and I'll talk about it a little bit later. But I'm confused because I jumped right in the middle of this arc.
Yeah.
I'm confused because all the solicitation stuff that we read was calling this character Thwicked.
Yeah.
But he's not called that in the book.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know where the Thwicked thing is coming from.
Is this like...
because I don't think Thwicked is some other character. Like this is the Spider-Man Wolverine amalgamation character from another universe, and he's called like I don't know.
I forget what he was called too.
Or something like that. It's got a rack.
Is this like
not
Sector...
Iraq, but
Iraq? Yeah.
Iraq
this is the new Spider-Man villain, Fallujah.
Arachnix. But that's him. See, I've got his first cover appearance.
Yeah.
See, look. This is going to be a big character, okay? This is going to be an important key. And so I want to make sure... No, it's not. But I think I bought 7 because he's... I think he appears in the last panel of that.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually read that. But I read this today.
I mean, maybe it's like a Mortal Kombat Sector Cyrax, where they were like... ketchup and mustard for you in the development too.
Austin, I'll tell you why he says it's still more embarrassing. No, it's not. And I'll tell you and I'll tell you why. Because this also in a weird way fits perfectly in my collection because Arachnix is not the only amalgamated character.
Right.
And this thing is doing like a Marvel amalgam. Like, without DC?
Yeah.
So, there's all these characters that show up now I'm just talking about this book.
Yeah, all right.
There's all these characters that show up at the end of this, and you want to talk about embarrassing.
Right.
Because, no, you're right. The book is embarrassing. Right. I am not embarrassed to own it. I buy stupid things sometimes, intentionally. But you get to the end of this, and you have Namthor. Asgardian King of Atlantis. And Psy-Hulk.
You know,
Psylocke and Hulk, and you have Ultron Fist.
You know,
Ultron Fist, and then you have
that has to be a purpose though. They know what they're doing with that. They're like, we're just gonna do the stupidest stuff in the.
And then you have Hulk Panther.
Yeah.
I don't know why we have 2 Hulks in this. I mean, I get that there's a She-Hulk and a regular Hulk, but it is weird to do them both at the same time like this, where it's like, maybe not if you had a She, but then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know in that universe what exactly made you have both a Black Panther Hulk and a Psylocke Hulk. Whatever. But I can explain all of this to Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, he already knows it. Because I was going to say with 1 word. Or with 2 words.
All right.
And that is Mark Guggenheim.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's who was writing this. And it all became clear seconds in reading it.
Just clicks.
Yeah. So it's embarrassing. I'm not embarrassed to own it.
Yeah.
Now, don't think I'm going to buy any more past this arc.
Right.
Because I'm not. So the only thing so far out of this list that I need tomorrow is Batman Second Night.
Nice.
You and I reviewed the first one and liked it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I liked the first issue a lot, despite not even realizing it was a sequel, actually. You know what? I totally forgot about Battle World.
Oh, yeah.
They're already on issue 4. I forgot to put that on my poll. Because talking about Marvel things that are actually half decent, I was actually digging on that.
Yeah, I mean, Battle World's been good, but it's also one of those where it's sort of been quiet, where it's sort of stuck up on us. Yeah.
Anything about it.
Right.
And apparently it's selling little enough that my store hasn't been putting it on the shelf.
Right.
Apart from polls, because I haven't noticed it.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting about it. And even on this list, I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah.
They must have been here.
Right.
But I don't remember it. Anyway, the next thing I need for tomorrow is Space Ghost. Yeah. Just every time it's the best cover ever. I guess Space Ghost is going to turn into a vampire.
You know what's sold?
That's exciting.
Yeah. Honestly, at some point, if you're doing a comic, you have to do a vampire issue. It's just bound to happen.
Especially when you've already ran out of the Rogues Gallery that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Casey Jones 3 is tomorrow. I've not been caring about Ninja Turtles, but I will probably write that and Shredder out. speaking of that, though, Ninja Turtles 13 dropped last week, and I opted out on it.
Right.
Because I'm not the biggest fan of that artist. That's Freddie Williams.
Yeah.
And I like that writer. That's the guy who did New Super-Man, Chinese Superman.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I thumbed through it, and I just couldn't get excited about it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I might come back like I did with Jason Aaron and grab those later.
Right.
I don't think those are going to fly off the shelves and be real valuable very quickly. I'm not too concerned about it.
Right.
But I'm a little. I know I've said this a million times. Yeah. I'm pretty tapped out on IDW Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I just don't care about the status quo anymore.
Right.
It just makes me sad to not care because it is getting a little better right now.
Yeah. But after a while, once you're burnt out, it's hard to get unburnt.
Well, I've bought so much of that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 200 issues of that.
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there. Because that first series went to 100 before Waltz left, and then I stayed on it for another 8 or 10 issues, and then didn't like it and dropped it.
Yeah.
And then they did a million miniseries, and up to 100, I bought everything they published.
Right.
And so that probably equals close to 200 issues by itself, right?
I think so, yeah.
Well, cause actually you had, for 2 years, you had a second ongoing. I don't know if you remember that, but you had Ninja Turtles Universe.
Yeah.
Was it Universe, or was it... I think that's what that was called.
I think you're right. I can't remember.
Which went for, I think, 25 issues, maybe?
Like that, yeah. I mean, it was around for a bit, but I can't just...
That's where that great Metalhead two-parter happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, just kind of scrolling down to show everybody what else is happening tomorrow. So I've only got those couple of things.
Yeah. And there's...
So if there's anything people think I should try tomorrow, we're at the end of the year, so it seems like we're kind of...
Oh, wait, they got Wrestle Heist #1 by Kyle Starks, who's somebody who we've been talking about a bit on this channel. He's the guy that did the vampire basketball comic. That prolific genre.
So by we, you mean you've been talking about
I have been talking about Kyle Starks.
He's going to race out to get that tomorrow. It's too bad that you didn't order it, because that's the
I
only
know,
way you're
right? I
getting
should
it.
preview. I know he put a preview up on his.
It's the only way you're getting
page.
that.
Exactly. I'm just gonna go to my shop and be like, "Do you have the Pro Wrestling Heist book?" And they're like, "I'm sorry, the what now?" It's like, "How dare you, Philistines!"
But yeah, so things petering out a little bit at the end of the year here. I don't know if we'll have like a big Christmas week,
Right.
but there's some big stuff coming out in January.
Yeah.
I think we're getting that new Iron Man book in January, February.
Right.
And I'm gonna try that. I don't even collect Iron Man, but I refuse to not, like, I've got FOMO with this.
Right.
I refuse to not be buying the only good Marvel thing that's happening if that...
That's fair,
if that book ends up being as good as it looks like it might be.
Right.
Because the previews are Dynamite.
Yeah. I've seen little bits. I know, like, I've seen some of the, at least some of the armor designs, too. Like, they had one that they, this was, like, a while back where it was,
I don't know why I can't even think of it right now. Who is that again?
I can't even remember offhand, too. I just know I've seen, like, the design.
I know it was like a...
It's not Pepe Larraz. I want to say that.
No, I'm talking writer.
Oh, crap, yeah.
Where it's like, yay, this guy's writing Iron Man. It's probably going to be good. I don't know why I can't... Austin will tell me here in a second.
Yeah. But
again, my brain is mush right now.
Well, I saw, like, the designs of the armor, too, where they had, like, the chest piece that looked like a card scanner you'd see at, like, your job, where you had, like, the blue ring around it, too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
He can be his own... Oh, it's Josh Williams.
Josh Williams.
That's who it is. Yeah, he can be his own self-checkout.
Yes. Which is a very Tony Stark thing when you think about it, too.
That sounds very useful.
Very useful.
People can just walk up to you and scan their items.
Just tap their card.
That's what Iron Man has been reduced to.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and bring Austin in, and he can tell us about books he bought last week, and then I'll power through my stack.
Yeah.
Chris, did you bring some stuff?
I brought 2 things, and I've already talked about one of them.
Okay. I can't believe you bought that. Why of all of the random X-Men crazy crap that's coming out, did you buy Rogue Storm?
I figured, look, as characters, I like Rogue, I like Storm.
And Austin, just tap in whenever you're ready. Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, sorry. I figured probably a safe-ish bet. And again, it's not the worst thing I've ever read in my entire life. I mean, it's fine. It's there.
But why that over any of the other ones?
I bought like a few of them too.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I got more
I think you just bought the one. I'm just like,
this is just the one.
Are you a giant Rogue or Storm guy?
Well, no, this is just what I read like recently too. Like I bought a couple of them just to see. I got the actual Age of Revelation book.
Okay.
Just to kind of check it out.
And to be fair, I have been hearing good things about that. Which I'm shocked by, and I don't care enough to actually buy that. But I might read it and trade at some point.
Yeah.
Did you buy? I don't know, Radioactive Spider-Man.
I did buy Radioactive. I bought. I bought the Emma Frost Iron Man book.
Do you know why you buy things when you buy them sometimes?
Nope.
Does your hand just go to the...
Kinda, yeah. I just go and just Jesus take the wheel. Just go just go in, whatever just ends up in my hand, that's what I'm buying. I just walk to the store, open the door, and then wake up afterwards. Austin's kind of concerned for my mental health right now, and you're right to do so.
He should be, absolutely. Austin, we can't hear you. I think your thing's up. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god. I always do it.
I like your Perez shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's awesome, yeah.
I like it when our troubleshooting on the channel amounts to this.
Right?
Austin, what did you read last week, or the last couple weeks?
I got quite a bit. There was a couple books I wasn't able to catch up on, but I got most
have
of
that
it,
too.
So.
We don't know.
Yeah, so...
we're very diligent about what we read here.
Exactly. And I'm trying to think, I think, we have 3 or 4 books in common this week?
At least 3. Absolute Batman, Batman 4, Transformers 27.
And the other one I was thinking was Night Fight.
If you bought Night Fight.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do those together.
Okay, so we got 4. Okay. Yeah, because my one this time is Oops, All Batman and All Godzilla with like a couple things mixed in.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go ahead and knock out your other stuff before we get to the things we both read?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I'll jump to, which is my only new book that I picked up this time, was Supergirl number 8. I read all 8 issues the other night. And,
did you really?
Yeah,
I knew
exactly.
you were reading that, but I didn't know you got totally caught up. Yeah. So yeah, is that worth looking at? Because I just could not get excited about it thumbing through it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely a mixed bag. There's stuff that I like about it and stuff I'm not as keen on, and it depends on the issue. Some issues will lean into the stuff I don't like. Some issues will lean into the things I do like. So there's issues where I'm like, oh, this is really good, and then other ones where it's like, this is kind of lame. Luckily, issue 8 is a good issue, and that's one where we take a thing from the Silver Age and kind of darken it up a little bit, where we bring back Kara's robot that she had in the Silver Age that could take her place when Supergirl was out doing stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
And and there's a whole thing where she left it, because obviously we abandoned all that stuff, and then now she's come back, and the robot's deteriorated and looks like Ultron at the beginning of Age of Ultron, where he's got all the wires on him, and that was pretty cool. Same with issue 6 was pretty neat, because it was a whole dreamscape thing where she had to fight her inner darkness, and she had to fight Red Lantern, Supergirl, and that stuff was pretty fun.
Well, I'll buy at least that one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, just kind of overall, not perfect, but it's a fun little Silver Age throwback book.
I'm making a note.
He's making a list. He's gonna check it twice.
No, because
Exactly.
Red Lantern Supergirl is a thing that I actually actively collect.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, I meant to send you a picture of that and then completely forgot. I mean, she's not in it a ton. Like, it's more like a cameo that where they fight, but
That's fine.
cool.
I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The next thing is one I also haven't brought up on the show, but like I bought it a while ago and just hadn't gotten around to it yet. It's Godzilla Starship #2. So this is, or sorry, Starship Godzilla #2. I had it reversed.
Strike that, reverse it.
Yeah, exactly. So that is like the sci-fi book in that new IDW shared universe, and this issue is basically they go to a pod race. So they go and do that, and then
That's
King
so
Ghidorah
pleasant.
shows up, and
Sorry. I do want to say...
overall. Sorry, what's that?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I actually just look at some
He
of the
just wanted
variants.
to cut into your review when he hasn't read this.
Well, that too.
That's
No,
all.
That
cool.
too. Well, I was also going to
Why
say...
aren't you pulling stuff like this off the shelf?
Look, I'm just learning about this
instead
today,
of
too.
Rogue Store.
It's a Rogue Store.
I will say I've not seen some of this Godzilla stuff on shelves. Like some of the stuff is selling little enough that people probably have to pull it to get it.
That's fair, yeah. But also,
I
was
imagine
just saying,
so. Yeah.
I like some of the variants here. You've got like the Star Wars one, the District 9, the Evangelion. The variants are cool.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars and
There's an
Evangelion
one?
Yeah,
variants are
where's
really
that?
cool.
Right there.
This one?
The bleeding cool one, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
like the
guess
big
that's
head from
true.
Yeah.
that end of Evangelion movie we had to watch.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get my mind around that.
Sounds like Evangelion.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No, somebody put that on request.
Right.
We had neither of us knew anything at all about that series.
Oh,
whatsoever.
you were going in like completely fresh?
Yeah, for the end movie.
Oh.
And we had to do a commentary on it.
Yeah, and that's like, because by the time you get to that point, you've already like ridden through the creator's like emotional breakdown too. So you're so prepared.
That's what people told us. I felt like we were wasting everyone's time with that.
Yeah,
this has been a while now.
Just Hideki Anno just going through some stuff, and you're coming out the other end. But he did Shin Godzilla too, so I mean, you know.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that book is probably my least favorite of the 3 IDW Godzilla books. But like they're all pretty good, and this one's also still just beginning. So, while the other ones are a little bit farther along, the coolest thing in this one though is that their spaceship is Mechagodzilla, and specifically the Kiryu one from the 2000s, and it's just like Mechagodzilla flying through space like a starship,
Nice.
and like that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, what will I go to next? I guess I'll go to Predator Kills the Marvel Universe #4. That book continues to be really fun. It's exactly as described. It's just each issue is Predators killing Marvel characters.
Yeah.
And now they just brought in it's like Predator X, I think is what it's called, where it's like a Predator that went through the Weapon X program.
That's awesome.
So
That's cool,
so I'm interested to see where that goes. The greatest thing though in that book is in issue 3, because I read 3 and 4 today. Wolverine goes to the X Mansion and it's on fire, and like in the windows you can see like hung up skinned corpses. And he goes to the door's open, and a flaming dead Professor X is like shot out on his wheelchair at him like a projectile. It's really funny.
Sounds amazing.
Okay, I'm adding this to my list as well.
There's one thing on that
Like-
post-it note, and now there's 2.
Like, you're telling me I could see Professor X on fire get thrown at Wolverine? I'm in.
Well, this just sounds more fun than I was expecting.
Just
Yeah,
next time you watch
no,
Picard,
definitely.
just look at like a burning Professor X just as a catharsis.
Well, I mean, there's already lots of examples of getting to see a Professor X or a Patrick Stewart
Yeah.
eviscerated or destroyed in some way.
That's true.
But Austin,
Yeah.
are there any kills in that book that feel kind of lame, where it's like that character should be able to take on a predator better than they're taking him on?
I mean, all of the Kills Marvel universes have that. Like, there is definitely stuff like that where you
Okay.
go like, yeah, I mean, that doesn't really make sense, but
I was wondering how it reads.
whatever. Yeah. It's one of those things, especially
Because
because it's like a
the scene is
predator
it has
thing.
to take all of them out, so it does.
Yeah, exactly. And the kind of excuse they give is that Kraven the Hunter is leading them, so it's like he gave them. It's almost like the Batman thing, where it's like, this is how you kill. Here's all of these ideas of how you kill each hero.
Oh.
So it's like you kind of have like that out.
Somebody read Tower of Babel. Or Tower of Babel.
So it comes
They
in
do
and
have
it's
a
got
great
some
part, though.
Information.
Yeah, Predator's prep time.
There is a great part. I think it's in 4, where they kill Thor, and then the Predator's like, "Haha, I've got my trophy," and he goes to grab Thor's hammer, and then he gets Wolverine's claws through his chest, and Wolverine just yells, "Do you really think you're effing worthy?" And that was fun. On the other side is Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #5, in which this is the end of that mini, and Godzilla did not destroy any part of the Marvel Universe.
Oh, good.
But not only did he not destroy the Marvel Universe, but it also ends with, "Buy the next mini." Bye.
They're still
I'm
doing
like,
that?
okay. Yeah, because they announced they're doing like Godzilla versus Marvel, like Infinity something. So there's like a whole other miniseries they're doing now.
Okay. Just milking it for all it's worth. Because I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
Chris, but this was the culmination of a bunch of one-shots.
Yeah. I know
but it's weird because like they're not connected. Like it's very strange.
Yeah, because I had.
Are they
like,
not?
No, it's really weird.
Because I think I picked up the Fantastic Four one. I just because
Yeah, the
seen,
one-shots
like,
seemed cool. And
Yeah.
Austin read all of them and said they were decent. I read the X-Men
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say those one-shots were better than the overall
Right.
Destroys the Marvel Universe book. And there's still good stuff in it. Like in issue 4, they have Namor riding Ebra, the Horror of the Deep, which was fun. But just kind of overall, I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, if that's what your book is. Like,
That's
it's kind of
fair.
lame that you just never get to that as a premise.
Why'd you call it that?
Still
Yeah, exactly. So
Because I know that.
Good.
Yeah, that's the big selling point too. That the Carnage symbiote was going to get Godzilla. I mean, is that a thing that happens, or is that something they just did for a cover?
no, so they so is Venom, but they do a thing where the Venom suit starts to go on Godzilla, and then Spider-Man goes, "Whoa, that can't happen," and then he webs it off, even though it was the cover. But the big end, like, oh man, come back next time, is that he gets corrupted by symbiotes on an alien planet, and he works for Null now. So he's got like the Null symbiote symbol,
Oh yeah.
but
Well,
I don't know.
based on something I'm going to talk about later, I guess we're just doing Nolan everything right now.
Yeah, oops, all Null.
You're in one Tom Hardy movie. Next thing you know,
Guys, give me just a minute. If you guys will just keep talking amongst yourselves, I just got to grab something.
we'll vamp for a bit
Yeah.
too. Yeah, no, I don't know where Cap's going, but he's got something important, I'm sure.
He's hiding, sharpening his knives.
There you go. We bring up Null, and next thing you know, he's going to his armory.
Exactly, he's got his secret Null cave.
It finally happened. Break a case of emergency.
Finally.
Null, yeah.
He opens like the Batman Begins armory thing that's got the Null armor in there.
Exactly, yeah. It's like the Enterprise self-destruct where like two people have to hold it at the same time, recite the memorized code.
Yeah, you do like the key or whatever.
Yeah,
Like you both have
exactly.
to turn at the same time, and
Opens
then
the
it
nuclear
unlocks.
football. Yeah, no.
That is true, though. I didn't really think about that, but null is kind of either everywhere right now or just like parts of that run, because that's what Kate's run, I think, right? That null
Yeah, I
comes
mean,
from.
because I think that all came from like Donny Cates's Venom stuff too, because he did so much of it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Uh,
even in the game, right? The Cosmic Invasion, whatever it is, right?
Oh, I'm actually not sure. I don't know if he's in that.
I want to say he
Um,
is, but
yeah, I mean that wouldn't be surprising because it's like the cosmic game.
yeah, and
I'm interested to pick that up. It looks cool.
it does. Yeah, it's from the same guys that did was it Shredder's Revenge? Too? I think.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that that's who was making it.
Yeah.
It's got like a weird roster too, but like at the
Yeah.
same time, like it'll be cool. Like it looks really fun.
I mean, I'm just surprised there's a Nova. There's a Nova in the game too.
Yeah, I was shocked that Phyla-Vell was in that game. I was like,
yeah.
that's crazy.
It's a little bit of a deeper cut too.
Hmm.
You haven't
Yeah,
tried to play that,
exactly.
have you?
I haven't no. I mean, I've seen trailers for it, and again, I'm probably like I just beat the Mario RPG remaster, so looking for something to fill my Switch time.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I can play Vampire Survivors for the 100th time in a row.
The other thing I wanted to mention
I
too with
haven't got
Godzilla
that yet,
Destroys.
but I'm gonna.
The only other thing I wanted to mention with Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe is I got like unreasonably annoyed starting issue 4 today, where second panel Captain America uses the word embiggens, and I'm like, in no world does Captain America use a word that does not exist, like embiggen.
Oh.
He's not a Simpsons character.
Stop it. Yeah.
It's a cromulent word, I get it, but
It's a
Steve Rogers would
word.
not use it.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
But
No, Marvel's house style right now is to make me roll my eyes.
yeah, kinda.
They love that kind of language.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. But onto the better side of my Godzilla comics, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 5. Sorry, I didn't show the number right away on my app. I feel like it took this book maybe like 3 issues to kind of get going, and now that it's going, it's really fun. Like it feels more like that first one.
So that's the
where
one
it's just
cover because we're on to 2 now, aren't we?
Oh yes. Sorry, I didn't add that to the title.
You're good.
But yeah, this one's basically King Ghidorah and Rodan are here now, and Superman's kaiju size, and we got to fight them. And
That's
it's basically
hilarious.
just all action. But
I love
it's
how
great.
the cover has no Justice League characters
I was
on
just
it.
thinking that too.
I know.
Or even like a Kong too.
And then there's a variant that does naturally.
Oh, okay. That makes sense at least.
Anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not like a ton to say about it, but the art of that book is beautiful, and it's just balls to the wall action, and it's really fun. And they're starting to set up that Batman's gonna have to find Mothra, so I'm excited to see where that goes.
I don't know why all the Godzilla crossovers are so good right now.
Yeah.
He's just everywhere.
Because
Yeah,
I was blown away by the first issue of the Turtles one, and
The Turtles one's really fun.
I still haven't bought the Power Rangers one because like I don't mean to beat up on this guy all the time, but it's Freddie Williams again, and I just couldn't get excited about that. I don't know if that story's any good. I haven't looked at it. I think they might have even done 2 already. I don't remember. I gotta go back and look.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not sure. My next one is Godzilla Keisei #5, and this is, I think, the issue before the Death of Godzilla issue that is next month. I think it's next month.
Oh, good, because I pulled that. I'm getting that.
Yeah.
How do you spell that again? What does Keisei? I never remember what that is.
Oh, it's Kaisei.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. But yeah, that book is also continuing to be really fun, and there's a giant, like, Lovecraftian leech monster that's cool. And yeah, like, the first few issues, Godzilla's kind of just been in the background, and then in this issue, he gets to be there for action, and it was really fun. Like, it's definitely, you know, the culmination of this arc, and then next issue is the death of Godzilla, so we'll see how that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's not gonna die any more than he killed the Marvel Universe, but
Godzilla's everywhere, and then I'm sorry, he's dead.
Well, and also doing Death of Godzilla is funny because, like, that's one of those characters that you think you kill a lot.
Yeah.
Well, because Toho has it, like, in paper that Godzilla can't die unless you also set up that there is a way for him to come back. So whenever we do kill him, that's when you get, like, the he's, like, gonna regrow, or there's, like, an egg or something.
That little bit like the end of -1 where he's just, like, reforming, like little Godzilla chunks come back together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they always have to have something. There's got to be an out.
I just bought a copy of that finally.
Yeah, it's a good movie. They're making a sequel.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a title that I don't understand, but
I mean,
great.
it was such a weird
But I'm
title.
excited.
Yeah,
Me too.
Such a weird title anyway, too. They tried to explain it.
Jason just went off about that. He
Yeah.
was like, what does it mean?
Because apparently, so the meaning is that, like, World War II put Japan in a 0 state, so Godzilla shows up now, it's -1 instead of 0. And it's like, it made more sense when you're like, it made more sense. We're like, that's a prequel. It's Godzilla -1. Like, okay, I can get that. It's like, no, it's way more complicated.
No, I'm saying
I hope it's just because
I'm saying the title for the sequel.
Oh yeah,
because isn't it -0?
Yeah. Well, it's
like, I don't know what that means.
It's the sequel. It's, you know, Godzilla -1 + 1. So it's
but because the logo is 0.0 and it's like the 2 O's and it looks like Hedorah's eyes, I'm hoping that's what it means, but it probably isn't.
It's
but
Godzilla.
that's what I hope. Yeah, exactly. Next up, I've got G.I. Joe #15, and this is right in the middle of this big arc that they're doing where it's double shipping. And the first 2 issues were, like, nothing but action. And this is kind of like the downtime issue where it's just Duke and Cobra Commander talking. And it was a really good moment with them, I think, because they kind of get into their worldviews and they talk about, like, Cobra Commander's like, you know, we should be striving to not be human. And Duke's like what?
Yeah.
Like, no. So all of that stuff was just, you know, really nice to kind of stop in this big action story and get that character development right before we get surely just a ton more action the next 2 issues. So all of that's been really fun.
Can you imagine sitting there having a conversation with Cobra Commander? He's like, biological organisms, am I right? And then you're like, what?
It's like, why are you here? This guy in a weird mirror mask just shows up, starts talking about biological organisms.
Right?
Yeah.
No, basically, because Duke's like, okay, I gotta ask, like, are you a person? Like, are you human? And he's like, I don't want to be. And, like, these giant transforming robots, this is what we should really be like.
Yeah.
Duke's like, I don't know about that. I'm cool with being human. And he's like, you're a fool.
I really hope that's the dialogue. It's like, hey, are you a human? It's like, I don't want
It basically
to be.
is.
I want to be Megatron.
Well, kids play with action figures, Chris.
That was just conversations I have over coffee,
exactly.
too.
I just can't believe our timing, where we ended up reviewing the Cobra Commander mini, like, right before that finally matters in the main G.I. Joe book.
Right.
Like, I wanted
it
to
is just funny.
I wanted to just
timing.
skip to 14 now. Just read that. Because I know who Cobra Commander is now.
Yeah.
I don't know literally anything else about G.I. Joe, but I've read that guy's backstory and sort of a character study on him. So I know that guy.
Yeah, honestly, I think you just need to like look at Duke and be like, yeah, I get him. He's a guy with a gun and a buzz cut. Like, all right.
Hey, he's Hero Man.
who is alive because Optimus Prime died.
Yeah, he doesn't look super complicated or anything.
Yeah, no, he's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a man. He's gonna do his best. Gosh darn it.
He tries really hard.
Exactly. I think my last book before we get into stuff that we share is I finally went and I read Dark Patterns 10 through 12. So I finished that book off.
I gotta catch up with that. Thanks for reminding me.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I own all of it now. I think I finally caught up on that, but I haven't read it.
Yeah.
Pass.
So this is the big like culminating arc where it, like really all comes together and clicks, and I don't think it has. So like from the first 3 arcs, I think each arc's kind of better than the last. I don't have that with 4, but at the same time, it's still just really good. Like it's overall just a very quality book, and I think especially now that it's all done, like I'd probably like to go back and reread it all and see kind of how it plays as a whole, just as a 12-issue arc.
We should do a vault on it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, just some of the better Bat stuff happening right now. Just really great book and fantastic art. Like that's the guy who does Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh, nice.
And just killer stuff.
And it seemed to break through where I heard a lot of people talking about it finally.
Yeah.
About halfway in. So I don't know how well it sold in singles, but that's another book I think will do really well in trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. No, and I mean, it's probably just like an easy 12-issue book they can just have just as Dark Patterns now and just kind of keep on shelves. Another one of those.
I think that's also a book that it's likely they'll bring back.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like if you were to do that, you'd probably have to do like another big thing like that, like maybe like another 12, but they all connect through the 3, or like through the 4.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
arcs.
think they'll do a 13. I think they'll do like a Dark Patterns 2 or something. They'll probably like give it a year or two and then.
Yeah. No, it's possible. I mean, we've seen quite a bit of that recently. Like, I think in the tomorrow's issues, I think we get it's like issue 2 of Second Night, I think, which is a sequel to one of those kind of Bat books. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very possible.
And they've done stuff like, I can't remember the name of it. I reviewed that Batman period piece that was like a follow-up to a Superman one, and I didn't realize that there was a Superman one.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't read that. But yeah, we keep bringing.
I think
stuff back
isn't
on
that the like First Night book, or is that a different one?
No, I'm talking about a totally other thing.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
Oh,
remember the
okay.
name of that.
Because I think that's also a period piece, but I mean, there's 8,000 Bat books.
Yeah, no. First Night is.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not the Jergens thing. It's another thing. I can't remember what it is, but it's a thing I reviewed before I had Chris on the show.
Yeah, I know with like First Night too. They.
So this was months ago now.
Yeah, and remember too, they were kind of very specific about the year that took place in. Because they tell you up front that's 1939. They're like, have you heard about this Wizard of Oz movie? It's in color. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's like, dude, movies have been in color for years at this point. Like, yeah, I mean, Cinderella exists. Like, yeah, they're mostly black and white, but like, you go watch Nosferatu. There's a scene where it's blue, and then the next scene it's red.
Well, yeah, that's tinting.
That's
the same
That's
thing.
okay, fair, yeah.
Gordon walks in, he's smoking his pipe. He's like, Batman, there's a new villain in town, the Joker. His hair is like the Emerald City from Oz. Did you see that picture? It just came out. It's quite magnificent.
This Joker is going to poison the water supply, just like Mr. Smith is going to Washington.
Batman, you gotta drop some sort of bat house on this witch.
Oh, Batman still uses a gun, so now his villains are going to be gone with the wind. By the wind, I mean bullets.
This would be what would happen if Marvel was making this.
Every so often, Commissioner Gordon just looks directly at the reader and goes, by the way, it is 1939. Grab your best gal and go see a talking picture.
There's some crazy stuff happening over in Europe. Surely that won't matter, though.
Exactly.
But I think I'm caught up to the stuff that we share, Cap. So I'll let you pick what you want to do
Batman,
next.
click your boots together and you'll come back to Gotham City.
Oh. What? I didn't say Martha. I was talking about your Auntie Eb.
I'll get you and your Bat Hound, too.
Oh, Ace the Bat Hound. I don't think we're in Gotham anymore.
Austin, where do you want to start? With
I'll let you pick.
Well, let's start with Transformers because it's the one thing that's not Batman.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
okay.
I read this days ago, so I'm gonna pop this back open and remind myself what happens in it. I remember the big reveal at the. They're not gone forever. Shocking. But I won't give away what it is. But the reveal at the end, I was like, I mean, I figured he'd come back at some point, but that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this issue is kind of just moving character development forward. Like, there's not like a ton.
That's why I didn't
ton going on. It's
really
just
remember
like
what
picking
happened.
up.
I remember the two general guys, and one kind of getting the upper hand over the other. I remember that part.
Yeah. No, I had a moment today where I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, like, I think right now I'm enjoying G.I. Joe slightly more than Transformers, but, like, at the same time, it's like, one is, in the middle of, like, culminating all of the stuff that's set up, like, it's knocking the dominoes over, while the other is putting the dominoes back up after they just had that. So I was like, that's also just kind of fair. And, Kirkman and Moore, I think, are doing a great job. But, yeah, it's just kind of, moving characters forward. And my big thing was, it's strange seeing Bulkhead in a G1 design because he comes from Transformers Animated and then he's in Prime. So I was like, it's kind of strange seeing them work out what a G1 version of this character would look like.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like having to kind of reverse engineer it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was pretty neat. And there's just a ton more Transformers now. So I'm happy.
So I like the way Kirkman is building on what Johnson did. Like he's remembering everything. It doesn't feel like we're completely starting over. But like you said, we're it's definitely still like early, like start of an arc. There's not a ton of action in this issue. I don't feel like he has the same kind of mantra that Johnson did, where each issue has to have like a certain amount of action. I feel like Kirkman's a lot more okay with a slow burn. Whereas I think Johnson almost gave himself a rule where, like, a certain number of pages must be devoted to a big, exciting action scene. It's because Transformers without fights is like Star Wars without fighting. It's like war is in the title. It's weird if there's no war. It's weird if there's no transforming, and it isn't. And I don't think it's enough to just a couple panels like a robot turns into a car or the other way around. Like Transformers means robots fighting, so it is a little bit odd how little of that we're having sometimes with Kirkman.
I feel like up to this point, he's had at least something in every issue. This one, the most you get is the Decepticons attack that dam, which is like right out of the original cartoon.
Right.
So I feel like that's kind of his like. I got like a little bit of action into this issue, and then
But it is
the rest is going to be character
It
development.
is definitely
but,
the talkiest. Just setting up your pins.
Yeah.
We've
Exactly.
Ironically,
But I think
though,
that's part of just Johnson being a writer artist. Not that he was drawing that book after issue 6, but
right.
like he's still an artist first. So like I imagine that kind of changes how you think about coming to this stuff.
Well, and I know Kirkman's really versatile, but you've also got the Walking Dead guy doing Transformers, and like he does write books that are very character driven, and where you'll have really riveting discussions that can carry 22 pages. And so I'm not minding that he's doing it with Transformers, but his pacing is real different.
Yeah, for sure.
It's ironic that an issue with almost no action has what I think is the best full page spread that Mora's had so far in Transformers. Like that looks like it should be a cover,
Yeah.
but or a pinup or something.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see what artists they bring on after this.
Yeah, because he said in letters pages that Mora's done after this arc.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I figured because he's, everywhere.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah, I know.
everything. He's doing that Power Rangers-esque Batman book for DC at the same time he's doing this, and probably 4 other things.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was the one doing that.
Yeah, I think that's him.
There's like a ton of
Everything's kind of stirring in my brain right now, but I'm pretty sure he's drawing that
I
book.
mean, he's on there too. I'm seeing him.
No, I don't know anything about that book too, so it's like
right here.
Yeah, that's him. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked
There you
over. It's like, oh hey.
And the other thing that we've learned in just the first 3 issues of Kirkman being on this book is that he loves that image that Johnson had of Optimus Prime and the deer. Because he's gone back to it twice now. He loves that.
it's so good.
I love it too.
I'm just sitting here like, when are we gonna get to the Dinobot?
Grimlock, where are you?
If Dan Mora doesn't get to draw the Dinobots,
That's it's kind of
That's
sad.
heartbreaking. Yeah.
But I am glad that I got to see Dan Mora draw the character that's in the end of that issue.
yeah, and I was not expecting that, so that was great for me. I'm very excited.
We're also sort of teasing Bumblebee eventually.
Yeah, I thought that was funny because it's like, I'll probably do it at some point, but like,
That's how that read.
Yeah. He's getting there.
Because when I opened that the just before I started reading Balloons, the first thought I had was, "Oh, we're doing this already."
yeah, no, I had the same thing. I was like, oh, it's coming. Here we go.
And then,
Oh, okay,
yet.
no, we are just straight up saying like, no, not yet.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, like it is cool that we've gone this long without a Bumblebee, and G.I. Joe's gone this long without Snake Eyes. Like that does show a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
That's because they love Cobra Commander,
Yeah.
and that's because they love, I don't know, Cliff Jumper.
Who doesn't love Cliff Jumper?
Exactly.
He's Red Bumblebee.
You could argue that's been the stand-in for Bumblebee.
Yeah, no, he absolutely has been. But I don't know. It's nice that because I feel like we keep bringing Cliff Jumper and killing him and things, so it's like that's kind of nice. Oh, I also just remembered. I think there might also be a joke towards IDW where Bulkhead's like, "What's next? Megatron becoming an Autobot?" And everyone's like, "Shut up! You don't say that."
Oh, does that happen?
Yeah, it happens in IDW, yeah. So I was like, I don't know
Okay.
if that's like a direct reference where we're kind of making fun of that, or if it
Was
was
this
just
that like
the joke they wanted to make.
Wasn't like part of his origin too, where like Megatron was an Autobot, but then like he rebelled or something like that?
Yeah, they do like a whole rebellion thing with him there. Yeah, and then way later he like reforms.
A lot like the IDW Transformers, it was at Boom for a while too, wasn't it? Or by...
I don't think so.
Actually, I noticed that like Dreamwave, I think, before IDW.
I could be thinking of like the Power Rangers too. So, but yeah, I know that before we ever to Skybound, that they got real deep in the lore too.
Yeah, because in a way, like, with what you're saying, Cap, like, Skybound is Star Wars Transformers, IDW is, like, Star Trek Transformers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd think I'd like that more.
Yeah.
But the problem is, the couple of times that I flipped through an IDW Transformers comic, it was way too wordy, even for my taste, and I could not tell the characters apart. That's the biggest thing that Skybound did that made this stuff accessible to me, is just the characters all look different.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think you want Transformers to look cinematic in a way that a Star Trek doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely prefer this take over IDW, but, like, I like parts of IDW. I just find that that's more hit or miss.
It just seems like the stories they were telling you could almost do a novel for them.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know a lot, so that might not be fair. That's just a first impression. Let's go to Batman books, Austin.
Should we go to the Mora one as like a segue, or
why not?
I mean, like I said, you can pick.
Why not? Sure, let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true, because that's the other thing. He's drawn two Batman things simultaneously at the same time he's doing Transformers. It's crazy.
Where does he sleep? That's a good question. Because he's doing like
doesn't.
a bunch, yeah.
He's always been
Every time he
fast.
tries to sleep, DC shocks him.
Get up, we need a world's finest stat.
Well, it still looks great. That's my review.
Yeah.
I don't love this. I will keep buying it and finish it out for the art, if nothing else. But this continues to be like kind of just silly multiversal novelty, and it's all about random plot twists. It's like every few pages it goes, Batman, you thought you were in this kind of universe, but it's actually this other thing that's happening. And then you'll get a few more pages and you're like, oh, and then this other thing is happening. And because none of it feels real, I mean, it might as well just be a dream sequence. Like, nothing that's happening like matters in any way. And I kind of wish it would lean even more into the art and just be sort of a perchance to dream kind of thing, where Batman's in this alternate universe and all these crazy things keep coming at him, but he's not internalizing or philosophizing anything. That's what drives me crazy about it, is there's too much of this kind of like platitude stuff in the internal monologue, with Batman going, well, I know the real Dick Grayson, and he's exactly this thing, and you're not that, and so I know you can't be Dick Grayson. And he's kind of like summing up every character with a singular character trait. And if you got rid of all of that, it's immediately like 3 points better.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think of that as like a big issue, but I'm in the same place that I was in issue 1, which is, it's fine. Like, it exists. It's okay. There's stuff in it that I like. There's like a couple neat ideas in both issues that I think are cool, but overall, it's just, like you said, just kind of exists to be like a silly multiverse kind of adventure thing. The big thing in this issue, I would say, isn't even like an idea, like, something being said like it was last issue. It's just, I thought it was really funny that Red Hood Batman's like big like thing with his world is that he put a giant red hood over Gotham.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's got a big red dome.
Big dome. So everything takes place under the red hood.
But Austin, and hilariously, I'm more down on this than you are and than I expected to be, because I was actually really looking forward to this. But what's frustrating to me about that is I wish that was the premise in the first place. Like, I wish we started with this notion of like Gotham is Arkham now, go.
I mean,
that as a premise is fun. I don't know why we couldn't have started with that instead of pages and pages of like Dick Grayson Batman yelling at Bruce.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer kind of what it's doing, where it's like we're gonna loop through and see every Robin as Batman, and like what their version is. But like, that's fair.
Yeah, I guess it didn't occur to me that that's what it's doing. Because like we've got 2 so far, and I just didn't even think about that. You just like reading it so far, it just seemed more like, and then it's this other thing instead, and that's annoying to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it seems more so to just be like next issue will probably be, and then we go in, and now it's the Tim Drake world. Like it seems like we're gonna kind of hop around from that. I liked at the end that Bruce kind of just goes, screw it, like it's a dream. Like I can be like a dream warrior from Nightmare on Elm Street, where I can just make the rules now, and he just becomes a different character. I was like, that's kind of cool. But like I said, overall, it's fine. It's the book that Williamson's doing that he's like, I don't know, here's a little tie-in event thing. Anyways, here's the books that I'm like actually focused on.
Yeah, I think I'm preoccupied by the writing, because like I'm just not liking a lot of the dialogue in the narration boxes, and I think that's throwing me for just what the thing is doing. It might read better altogether.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Like I said, like I'm not super impressed with any of it. It's more just, but like also to be fair with what you said, like you were also really excited for this book, while I was like, eh. It's like we also are coming at it from different perspectives.
It did have a bat lift too.
Yeah, I sort of feel like it's taking itself too seriously, just in the writing. Like I don't like the tone.
See, I'm not really feeling that, especially this issue. Like I feel like it gets really over the top.
Yeah, what's happening is over the top, but I just something about the writing.
It's just not clicking for you. Yeah, I mean that's fair.
But anyway,
yeah,
we're probably going to disagree on all 3 of these.
Yay! Which one do you want to do next?
Let's go ahead and do Absolute Batman. So, it's interesting just how ridiculously popular this book is, because it seems like every other issue is already like hard to get, and people are selling for like higher dollars on eBay. And so apparently, and I didn't notice this at my comic shop, but I've been hearing stories about how nobody can get their hands on this now. And
oh really?
How like at a lot of shops, you know, a bunch of people showed up day one, and people are already selling it for, you know, $5-10 over a cover. It's crazy how often that's happening with this. And it's happening sometimes, like I get it more with this, because it's not exactly your first appearance of Joker, because he's been in this in the background, but we're putting on the cover and we're making a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
But there are certain issues of this book where I don't even know why they're already commanding $15-20. It's very strange.
Yeah, because at least with this book, I mean, they've been hyping up like an Absolute Joker for like months now too.
Yeah.
Even before he was Absolute Evil.
Yeah, no, this is like a big one. Like, I don't even know if we'd hit 10 yet when Snyder was like, "Guys, get ready!" Like, 16. Yeah, 16 is gonna be crazy. So it's definitely been like the big kind of one that they've been not necessarily building to. But
no, this is 15, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
15, yeah.
Which is interesting, because then the almost the entire thing is exposition of backstory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I've seen people point out too that this Joker is what the Joker in the New 52 in-game story kind of pretended to be.
That's kind of what I was having with
Yeah.
it. Where in some ways it felt like Snyder's Joker a lot more like refined.
Yeah.
Just the idea of it.
Right.
I don't know. I'm certainly finding it more interesting than what he was doing with Endgame Joker.
Yeah. I mean, it seems refined is probably the right word for it, but also seems like a lot of stuff he kind of was just toying around with.
Well, because
kind of all over.
because Snyder, and I complained about this a lot back when it came out. With his Joker and his main Batman run, he liked to kind of dissect the relationship on the page and leave no room for the reader to do any sort of story analysis.
Yeah.
And he's created a mastermind Joker with this that reads as almost like an allegory for mainline Joker.
Right.
And so it works in this in a way it didn't in that to me. And that's what I'm liking about it. Where he's got the whole like yin yang idea of the Joker has to like define Batman as being the the dark mirror,
Yeah.
like baked into his life philosophy and the way he operates. And I thought that was kind of an interesting notion.
Yeah. It's definitely to your thing with Absolute, where it's like everything but bigger.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of just Snyder's
It's just
Joker but
excess.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Snyder's Joker is already the Joker on crack, so now it's the Joker on crack,
Double crack.
It's like, yep.
Well, I heard complaints before I read it that you've got a Joker that's not a clown, and some people seem kind of irritated with that. And so I was curious to see if I would feel like Snyder pulls that off, where he can somehow have the Joker idea in there without the character himself being a clown, and there's at least a clown thing built into his background.
Yeah, he's kind of just Pennywise. It's like, Pennywise. There you go.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
He's got his monster form. Not that it's like the exact same, but the mouth that they do on him when he's in his monster form is very similar to the movie Pennywise, in like the new ones. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't care for this issue. I thought it was pretty bad, but at the same time, it's everything I don't like about Snyder's Joker turned up to 11. So I was just kind of like, I kind of expected that. But I'm just kind of waiting out for next issue with the Wonder Woman one.
Yeah, and I knew it had kind of lost you already, and you and I have just had opposite experiences with it.
Yeah,
I've continued to really dig on it. Now I've been reading it month to month real casually. I've not gone back and read everything in rapid succession, so I don't know if I'll have some of the issues that you're having with it, if I'm remembering more of it month to month. But no, I was impressed that Snyder managed to keep my attention through a whole issue of back matter like this, because I get really bored much of the time with, or at least before this book, I used to get really bored with Snyder's like storytelling. What I mean is characters that would like stop everything to go back and tell you a story about something. He used to lean on that way too much, and for whatever reason with this book, it's never bothered me. And now we do a whole issue, and we're not really furthering any story beyond just Alfred giving his opinions to Bruce on what the Joker is, like what he knows for sure about him, and then what he thinks about him. And I found the whole thing relatively captivating, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I thought the format was kind of annoying because it's like Alfred's telling the story and he's like, okay, this is what it is. And Bruce is like, no, tell me what it is. And he's like, it's this. No, tell me what it is. Okay, from the beginning. So it's this. No, tell me what it is. And we kind of just keep doing that over and over. And I'm like, okay, like, I get it. I don't know.
I thought that worked okay. I like he's trying to give this Joker this level of like almost supernatural menace that he is I that like he's so over the top, but he's been around for so long, and he's got this manipulation ability to the point where it's almost completely unbelievable, and Bruce knows Alfred well enough now to know when he's not giving him everything, and I bought that whole thing well enough.
I guess. I mean, I do have issues with just characterization in this just book overall, where like I don't feel like Bruce and Alfred have a strong relationship that's been built over issues where I get them. Uh, like I don't feel like he's developed this version of Batman at all. Like especially with
Well, I will
now
say
getting
I will complain we've skipped over stuff too much. I mean, there is that. Like,
Yeah.
I can buy that these guys know each other better than I understand them. Because I do think Snyder's been rushing at some, but I also think if the book only goes a certain amount of years, that might read okay. My worry is it's gonna be a 4 or 5 year thing ultimately, and then you're gonna wonder why we're trucking so fast.
Yeah, and that's definitely what it seems like it will probably end up being. I don't know if he'll be on it the whole time, but
Yeah.
it does seem like it'll probably be a couple of years where this whole line's running. But like, I don't feel like he's done, and I've complained about this before, but like, I don't feel like he's done enough with the like working man Batman thing with this Bruce, and especially now with like the big revelation of what Joker is. I'm like, I don't really feel like I care about that as like a difference between them because you've done nothing with this version of Bruce Wayne being like a poor working man. So like I just don't feel like that as a thing that kind of connects these two characters works. But I don't know. I'm just like very on the outs with this book, so there's also that.
David pile here.
It's it's one of those things, Austin, where I might get more critical of it if we were to do more deep diving, like reading it all together.
Yeah.
I get more superficial with things issue to issue, where I'm like, I don't know, I'm digging it while I'm reading it. Like,
No, I mean, I'm also, like I said last time, Cap, like, you have to defend yourself. I'm also in the minority of not liking Absolute Batman.
yeah,
So,
because I'll tell you, getting into Batman 4, like I'm having the exact opposite thing with that, where when this is traded, I might like it better altogether. This thing is losing me hard. Like every issue, I'm a little bit less with it. Last
yeah.
issue, I was perking up with it a little bit more toward the end, I guess. But like that ends on kind of a cliffhanger, making a big deal out of like what Vandal Savage is doing, and then we don't get back to that at all with this, and it just feels really disjointed to me.
Well, we do kind of, we like touch in with the kid thing that is like building off of that, but uh, it is more about like just the villain side. This is probably, I think, Fraction's weakest issue so far. I thought it was fine. I'm interested to see where like the new villain stuff goes. I was happy Anarchy showed up because I like Anarchy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought overall it was okay.
Well, it seems like he's doing this thing with some of the regular Batman villains, maybe less so with Riddler, but I'm not immediately remembering everything we did with that last issue. Uh, but like with Clayface in the first issue, where we've got them in kind of a vulnerable place where they show up and
Yeah,
they're sort of victims in these stories.
yeah, with Killer Croc. Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry,
that's definitely what
Killer
it's
Croc,
doing.
that's what it was.
That's okay. Yeah, because they're setting up stuff with that woman that he goes to speak to in this issue. So, like, I'm interested to see where all that stuff goes. I do feel like this book just kind of feels more my speed and just the way it's formatted, just like the kind of issue to issue, like, and how we build off of it is very just kind of old school comics. So like in that way is it's very refreshing to me after so many years of God Batman, where I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of getting more of just a Bat book that I want. And now that also could be blinding me to a sense, like almost like a Nick Spencer Spider-Man thing, where it's like Spider-Man got so bad that the fact that it turns out around a little bit, like you're almost a little bit more glowing than you would be without
Ice
that.
water in the desert, man. Ice water.
Exactly, yeah. Why it's ice wide in the desert. So like I could very well have that with this. Like I said, I thought this issue in general was just kind of fine, but um, that could just be a thing that I'm having in that it's returning to something that I actually want to read.
Right.
I'm just bored with it. I like I don't know. I like that the issues are more one and done, but but I don't. So far, I'm just not real compelled with the way they're building on each other. Like you are.
No, that's fair.
I don't know about this new like possible Bruce romance. I don't know how I feel about that character yet. She might end up being cool. I don't know.
Yeah, and I imagine that's probably not going to go far as a romance because we're also setting up that she's like experimenting with the brains of people in Arkham.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
like,
I forgot about that part of it. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't even know how far that's going to get as like a romance thing, but
yeah, I'm not real, I'm finding myself not real committed with this. Like they're not sticking with me super well after I read them.
yeah, fair enough.
I don't know, and I'm disappointed with that because I was excited about Fraction on this book, and on paper I like the direction he chose to go. I still, 4 issues in, wish it was a lot more of getting, away from status quo from before it. I wish it was a lot more of just a straight up, start over. But
yeah, I don't know, that kind of doesn't really bother me. It feels like a Englehart in that way, where it's like Englehart Batman feels so just definitive, but at the same time there's so many just weird continuity things in it where it's like, oh, like Gordon doesn't exist in Englehart Batman, like it's very strange.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So like it kind of just feels like that to me.
But that's the big thing for me with this is it doesn't feel definitive to me. Like I don't really get his Batman yet.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And I feel like he's almost a little bit buried in it. Like I'm not getting a great sense of characterization for like I don't know how Fraction himself sees Batman yet. I'm 4 issues in, and it's kind of a generic Batman so far.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Because I feel like issue 1, I was like, it really clicked with me where I was like, oh, this is how you see Batman. But like, I mean, it just kind of hits us all differently.
You probably had to start off strong too. It's like, okay, I need to put.
Yeah.
He needs to make a statement, and it's possible too. Once you get past that, it's like, all right, how do you keep up that momentum too?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody who's only read what I've read the first couple issues, so. I mean, yeah, you get Batman, then you have to do Robin, and then after a while, it's like, are you just checking boxes? At least that's from the outside. That's what it kind of seems to me. Where a lot of the, again, I need to catch up with literally everything. So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, I could definitely see that as like an issue for somebody.
Yeah, it's just really weird because like Austin's ready to drop Absolute, and I'm kind of at that place with Fraction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so like, get this Wonder Woman crossover over with.
Well, thanks for reviewing stuff, man.
Yeah, no, it was good talking to you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya, bye.
See ya.
Chris, I'm gonna blow through the rest of the stuff I've got here.
Yeah.
So I bought this on a whim. You know me, I don't buy a lot of current Marvel.
Right.
But you got a pretty decent Spider-Man 2099 on the cover of this, and I was kind of surprised we were doing the whole Marvel The End thing with 2099.
Oh, nice.
And I also kind of wanted this just because I think this title is funny.
Yeah.
I showed this to Jason, and he said the thing I was thinking, which was, wow, they're finally going to let this year end?
There you go.
Like, the next thing should be 2100.
There you go. We're moving on.
So I only got halfway through this before you got here, Chris.
Right.
But remember we were talking about Null earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Null has taken over Galactus in 2099.
You know, who's also already rogue, apparently.
He's just taking over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so far, I'm liking the authenticity of this. I don't even know who this writer is. This feels, besides the fact that, Null is there.
Yeah.
It's Steve Orlando.
Steve Orlando, okay. Yeah,
That's probably why.
Yeah.
This reads like it could have come out when 2099 was happening back in the 90s.
Yeah.
He's got the voice for that era really down.
Yeah.
And I like that everybody talks in a more heightened, like pseudo-Shakespearean kind of way, like we were writing that stuff.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff then. Anyway, and it's kind of fun, feeling like sort of an event thing where it's just touching every aspect of that universe. So you've got Punisher right away, and you've got Spider-Man 2099, you've got Spider-Woman, and X-Men 2099, and a bunch of these characters and teams that I haven't thought about in a long time.
Right.
And I know Marvel's done a bunch of 2099 stuff recently, and the only things I bothered with in the mid 2010s were the Peter David things, and I didn't even finish all of that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I haven't finished this, but it seems all right.
Yeah, and I know Steve Orlando is a big '90s guy too. He's probably one of a handful of people that remembers that Phil Urich Green Goblin too.
Yeah, it's too bad any of us remember that.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I own those.
I do too, actually. Yeah.
I don't know why I have those, but I do.
Well, it's funny because when I was still up Multiversity, I actually reviewed that whole series, and the editor was like, "Hey, we're doing this big thing for the summer. They call it the Summer Comic Bitch. Go ahead and pitch us." Okay, how about this? Wait, you remember that? I was like, yeah, I got them just right over there.
Let me go through the rest of this. So here's a couple things that I bought that I haven't had a chance to read yet. I told you guys I was going to get this, but here is the new Doctor Strange #1. I don't collect Doctor Strange, but I do collect Marvel Angela, and she had a variant, which is a great, very pretty variant, and she's in this book. So I will read this. I don't know if I'll keep on it, but if Angela's in it and it's not terrible, I probably will.
Yeah.
I got Batgirl 14 because I've ended up just pulling these now. I haven't read this one yet.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies Red Band, I did get around to this today, and once again, it's just not what it promised at the start.
Yeah.
And so it's okay, but I'm a little disappointed with it.
Are they doing a Infinity War now, or the Infinity Gauntlet? Or?
So every issue, it turns out, past the first one is just going to Marvel Zombies version of an event, basically.
Yeah.
And so the second issue, we went to Secret Wars. The third issue, we're still doing some Battle World stuff, but we also bring Thanos into the mix. And we did, well, I say an event, kind of multiple events, because we also introduced Dark Phoenix last issue. And so now you've got this idea of the zombie Phoenix devouring big cosmic entities.
Yeah.
And so the zombie virus is getting larger and getting crazier with the big cosmic things that it's taking over. And it's fun enough. He's got a good voice for Thanos. I didn't hate this. I really loved that idea with the first issue of let's do a what-if story where it's the initial Marvel Universe, just a few issues into everybody's books, and then they're all zombies right away.
Yeah.
And I just wish we'd written that out,
Yeah.
but it's okay. It's a lukewarm recommendation. And then I've just got some back issues that I bought to show you guys. I got a really nice variant for Absolute Wonder Woman 4.
That's cool. That's cool.
Which is definitely one of the coolest things that I bought this year. And so I'm slowly picking these up when I find them. I've only got 1 and 4 so far, Chris. But I'm just going to get the cool covers when I find them.
Yeah. We've at least read that far, too, so you're not hopping around like I tend to.
Yeah, exactly. And then, well, and with stuff like that, like, I'll read digital if I don't have everything.
Yeah.
And then I at that flea market booth picked up a first printing of the old Simpsons comics #1.
Oh, wow.
Because Austin and I just reviewed season 5 last week, and I was kind of in the mood for this.
Yeah.
And I was excited to find a copy of this in just such ridiculously pristine condition.
Oh, wow.
This thing has like perfectly white pages, and it has no blemishes at all. This would probably, if you CGC'd it, command a 9.2 or better. I think this could even go to a 9.6 or possibly a 9.8.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get it graded, but if I did, I think it could go to, like, I can't find anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I actually have a facsimile of this already.
Okay.
But this looked too good to pass up, so
Yeah,
I grabbed that, and then this is a Riddler cover I've actually been after for a while. This is Batman 317.
Oh, nice.
And so I was glad to get my hands on that, and a pretty decent mid-grade copy.
Nice.
Here is Batman Adventures 7. I've been slowly building a semi-complete collection of this. The original volume is 36 issues. I don't know that I will ever bother dropping the $300 to $500 to $600 it would take to get Batman 12, or Adventures 12. Because I'm just not that big of a Harley Quinn person. I don't know how badly I gotta have that. So it's like I would have to get that just to complete it.
Right.
And I don't know how badly I gotta have that. I have a facsimile of that. So I'll just have a stand-in for that, but I would like to get at least the rest of it.
Right.
But this is a polybagged version that I didn't know existed that's got a cool Man-Bat cover. The Batman Adventures 7 regular cover is a really weird-looking Killer Croc.
Huh.
And I don't have that.
Right.
I might get that cover at some point also. I grabbed a random issue of Mike W. Barr's DC Star Trek, which is number 7. This would have been mid-'80s, because this is supposed to be the origin of Savik, and Savik is a really interesting character because she's supposed to be part Romulan, and the movies never got around to telling us that, but the comics did a lot with that.
Yeah.
And I've read some of Peter David's stuff dealing with Savik, but I didn't know there was just a full-on origin issue, and so I went and grabbed that. I was missing the first issue of World of Krypton, Volume 2, so I grabbed this in a $2 bin. I actually did have one other version of this, though, Chris, and you know what it is?
What is it?
It's a reprint that they did when the Krypton show came out that has a cover of the characters from that show.
Right. Yeah.
But drawn. Like, it's
wow.
it's not even an image from that show. It's those characters drawn. But then the interior is this book, which has very little to do with that show.
Preacher did the same thing, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where they had covers that, I think before, they actually got Steve Dillon before he passed away. To
Interesting.
to actually draw covers. And, like, the characters were the actors of the show. But it was still cool. In the Preacher style, too. And they had the boys that did the opposite, where they did, like, animated spin-offs with the designs from the comic. So.
Here is Marvel Spotlight on Marvel Zombies. Got that cheap.
Yeah.
I found just a random Daredevil I didn't have, 242. That's a pretty cool cover.
That's a cool cover, yeah.
He had like 15 other Daredevils, and I had all of them except for that one.
Right.
Sensational Spider-Man 7. This is a short series. This only got like 18 issues, 20, maybe even less than that. I think maybe less than that. I forget.
It's got that big Riley costume too, which I kind of like that too. I mean, I don't like it more than like your basic OG Spider-Man, but I still kind of like it. I still think it's cool.
I always liked it too, but I always thought that it was really smart to use basically this suit for the Marvel 2 Spider-Girl.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason,
Mayday Parker.
it translates really well to that character.
It does, actually, yeah.
I've never been able to put my finger on why that suit almost looks better on a female form. But I've always kind of had that.
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe it's just because I like Mayday Parker.
Yes.
And
Mayday Parker more than Ben Riley,
And that is kind of a cool suit.
Yeah.
And so now we distinguish it on a different character.
Right.
Maybe that's all it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I bought this Adventures of Superman, this is 487, because it's a weird Christmas cover.
Right. Seasonally appropriate.
I'm rebuying a little bit of Spawn here and there. I'm trying not to go crazy with that, but I do want to get at least the Angela mini back.
Yeah.
So I got another issue of that I was missing. This is weird. So here's some other stuff out of a random dollar bin, Chris. So this is another polybagged thing. Getting a lot of polybags lately. Man of Steel 30. So this is a Lobo cover, and I have the other... this might have even had 2 other covers. I have all the covers for this now. And this was weird. I've never seen this with anything else. So this was Pick Your Own Fight, the first ever do-it-yourself cover.
Really?
So what it does... So do you remember that Spawn cover that I bought recently that had like the figure overlay that you put in front of it? That somebody did for a sketch cover?
Right.
Well, that's what this does, and it gives you a bunch of cutouts in the back that you can pop out and then put over the they're
little color forms or wherever
they're like color forms.
Yeah.
So I have half of mine to open this.
Right.
I mean, I found it at a dollar bin. It's not worth anything.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't be a big deal to take that out of the poly bag.
Right.
But
Although
isn't
this is a
that
great look
interesting? I know. That's why. That's why I don't know if I want to mess with it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find another one at some point. But I'd never seen that before.
Yeah.
Catwoman 17, just doing some gap filling. That's a good cover.
That's some Jim Ballant there, or Ballant to Talent.
Ballant, yeah. Wow, good eye, sir.
I mean, look. I mean, I'm not saying I've read much Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose, but I've read the important ones.
Nikos Bodo, Selena at least really likes Mayday just from looking at covers.
Yeah,
she's had me pick up a couple Spider Girls when I've let her pick out stuff at the store. And then here is Superman 86. That's another great cover.
Yeah,
that is Jurgens early on, or I say early on. This is 94. So this is actually well after Death Up. And then
we got some Super Mullet.
Well, what am I talking about? Because 75 would be a number before 86. Superman 85. I guess I got
Superman
a couple in a
-1
row
versus Superman 0.0.
I'm so out of it. Nothing makes sense anymore. Detective Annual 9. I'm surprised I didn't have this. I have most of the Detective Annuals from around this period, but not that one. And finally, Detective 640. Just again, random gap filling.
Yeah.
And that's all my stuff. Did you bring anything else?
I brought one other thing.
Tell us about it, Chris.
So I know we've talked before. You interviewed Benito Cerrito before, and he's back in the game. He's doing a ton of new stuff too. He brought back one of his characters from I think before his Tick run, called Hector Plasm.
Oh, interesting.
Who's like a monster hunter, and this is Hector Plasm. Hunt the Bigfoot. And it's kind of hilarious because the setup is that you've got this monster hunter. He is tracking I'm trying to see here. It's been a while since I've read this. And tracking these ghosts, these demons. He gets to this basically a little tourist trappy thing in the woods, this camping site. And they're like, great, now that you're here, you can finally help us hunt Bigfoot. And he's like, no, because Bigfoot doesn't exist. So yeah, that's part of the set for the comic too, is that you've got this seasoned monster hunter, and they're like, no, you gotta fight Bigfoot. He's like, No, why? No, I'm not doing that. And then, of course, towards the end, you find out that and of course, actual like murders start happening. Some of them get a little grisly too.
Oh well,
Especially for how
grisly.
cartoony the actual art style is too. But yeah, the only other thing I brought today is a little something called Rogue Storm, which I
can't believe you actually paid money for that.
and to be fair, again, that wasn't the only X book I bought. Just trying to just see what this whole Age of Revelation is about. But that's the one that I looked at and it's like, hold on, there's how many rogues now? What's Rogue Green?
We got to figure out where that started.
We do, actually, yeah.
That whole thing is weird.
It's
I'm like, why would you do that to Rogue of all characters? Like, why Rogue?
There's got to be something. There almost has to be, but like, again, like after Krakoa, I kind of just sort of drifted out of X-Men, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give whoever this new thing is a chance. And it's gonna be hard
because the only reason I can think that you would do that is to create like a dichotomy to play around with duality.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about it like on a character level.
Right.
Like why would you do that? The only thing I could think, and it doesn't sound like this is what they've done.
Yeah.
The only angle that I could come up with for duplicating Rogue,
Yeah.
is one of them has her power and one of them doesn't.
For what?
And so you get a Rogue that gets to touch people, but has to, give up being an X-Man.
Yeah. Well, what it looks like they're doing,
That's what I would
though,
do with
you've
it.
got like one. I mean, it sounds like from the looks of it that they just want to have Rogue in like two different books. So
That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like too. They've got one, and ultimate like Uncanny X-Force shows up. Like you've got like Phantom X. That's
really?
Rogue. Yeah.
Well, that's
So
cool,
at least
I
that's
guess.
okay. Like you've got like Phantom X and Warpath and
Is that team still together?
a pair of I'm not sure if they were, but they're back together at least. So
Crazy.
at least a form of it too. I mean, Phantom X I think is the only actual like carryover from that series. But yeah. So again, we're the Uncanny X-Force. We don't just be easy. So again, I've got like. I picked up more stuff from the shop, but also sitting down to read it has been a little. I had to pick my reading carefully, so I picked.
I don't think you picked it all that carefully.
So yeah.
Oh, Chris!
Yeah.
Everyone is questioning your purchasing.
It's not the first time. Look, we're going to talk about how many issues of All-Star Batman Robin the Boy Wonder I own. It's all of them except the first one.
I mean, I have all of those.
Yeah, I did. Well, I also didn't start buying them until I saw the panel.
Yeah, I mean they're terrible, but I have
Terrible,
them.
yeah.
I have the. I've talked about this before, but I have the recalled mistake issue.
Oh yeah, where they forgot to block out all the swear words.
Well, they just didn't make it thick enough so you can read through them.
Oh yeah.
So like it is blocked out, but you can
Still
clearly
kinda
read
see,
through
yeah.
it. Yeah,
There
that was recalled.
There are some versions out there too. I'm not sure if these are edited, but that don't have it at all too.
Oh,
Where
interesting.
it's just the dialogue. I mean, I've seen like at least just like stills of it too. I've seen like just copies of it going around where it's like them talking about, she just stole my skateboard.
I haven't thought about that in a long time. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our cover of the week. Briefly, I'm not going to have a ton to say about this, but,
Right.
but we looked at it. Here
We
it
did.
is.
We did.
So here's a double-sized Secret Origins issue from 1988.
Yep.
Give me just a second to fix my setup here.
I'll see Discord for a while. There we go.
So, each week, we shake the phone
We do.
And a random issue in my collection comes up, and sometimes it's a thing that I can't tell you why I own. I think this probably came out of a collection, and sometimes I'll do this, Chris, where I'll keep a couple of issues of an anthology book like this because they have characters that I care about.
Right.
And then I'll have enough of it that if other issues of it come in a collection, I'll go, oh, I own some of these, I guess I'll hang on to this too.
Right.
And I can only assume that's why I have this.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about Legion. I know next to nothing about Dr. Light.
Right.
Like, there's no reason I would keep this other than I have a few issues of it otherwise. So this has 2 stories in it, as we're kind of alluding to on the cover. Although I would have thought, just looking at the cover, that Dr. Light is the villain of a Legion story.
You would think, yeah.
It's 2 different origins.
Yeah.
The first is
the Legion of Substitute Heroes.
Yeah. The first is wildly comedic,
Yeah.
And the second one less so.
Right.
The first story is the more fun of the 2, and neither of them are like particularly memorable.
Right.
But the whole thing is fine. My big takeaway from the Substitute Heroes story is it is extremely informed by Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I can see that, yeah. I didn't put that together, but it makes sense.
And there are direct references to it.
Yeah.
And it also is extremely tickish.
Yes.
And it's a year after that starts.
Right.
And so I don't know if it's looking at that at all, but it may not be, but it's hitting a lot of the same kind of comedic beats.
Yeah.
Where it's like, here are all of these mundane, like lame heroes with crap powers.
Yeah.
And the Tick does a ton of that.
Right.
And obviously, lots of other things have done that, but this is the flavor of how we do it in that period.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised this was from '88 because this feels almost modern, just how meta it is, especially with that like opening text crawl. Be like, "Yep, this is based on a story by who was by I knew it was by Ty Templeton too, though, who actually wrote it." But, said like, "Nope, it's based on an actual story, more than you might think." I will say my favorite part of this whole thing.
Yeah, but that's also real Stan Lee-ish too.
I mean, that's true. Yeah. Even like for whatever reason, I think it was just Dr. Light's face. The cover looked more modern. You might like somebody doing a pastiche of. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Just an odd thing that just kind of hit me too. But excuse me. Sorry. But my favorite part of this story, again, like the heroes with the terrible powers, Night Woman.
Yeah.
Or was it Night Girl, Night Lady, or something like that?
Night Girl, I think.
Yeah.
Question mark. Yeah.
Yeah. Just her whole deal. She was originally strength girl, but then she went out during the day. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, she has super strength, but it only works half the time on Earth. And so she really needs to be on a different planet.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that where there's characters from different planets whose powers either are not as good on Earth, or they only have them because they're on Earth, or their powers are thought of as mundane on their planet, like the guy that just turns into rock. That seemed like a Tick character.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's got just a rock on his shirt.
Yeah.
That's very Tickish.
Yeah.
But real quick while I'm thinking about it.
Right.
So the 2 just blatant Hitchhiker references. The Encyclopedia Galactica is just name dropped.
Right.
That's just in there.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is there is on this page he gets a number and it's 42. Because of course it's
gotta be. It's gotta be.
You gotta have that in there.
Anytime you have anything sci-fi that requires a number.
I'm surprised his costume didn't have a towel for a cape.
Or who wasn't in a bathrobe too.
Yeah.
I had a friend who went to a costume party in a bathrobe once, and people were like, why? And he's like, don't people read anymore? So I'm Arthur
That's
Dent.
funny.
Yeah.
So you can kind of immediately tell where the story's going to go from the initial setup. Like it's pretty predictable.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think it's charming enough.
Yeah.
I did have a little bit of so it's it's your classic like misfit team story where they're going out for auditions for the Legion of Superheroes in the future, but not as far in the future as Legion usually is. That was kind of fun.
Exactly, yeah. Again, that goes back to that opening text box too, where like you're in the future, but not that far future, but still the far future, but not as far.
Yeah, and that kind of just sets the tone of it.
Yeah.
And so they are auditioning to be in the Legion of Superheroes. They can't get in.
Yeah.
Which I think on its own is kind of a funny commentary on the Legion.
Yeah.
Because I know that there are big Legion fans.
Yeah.
But the concepts of some of those characters always felt like D-list characters to me.
Yeah.
And the idea that those are the big like Justice League level heroes in the future is always been funny to me.
Yeah.
And we're kind of highlighting that by having these even like lesser sounding heroes trying to be on that team.
Right.
And then they can't make it, so they all get together as their own team. And then they can't find crimes they're able to stop, and then they finally with their very unlikely powers, managed to stop an alien invasion plot.
Yeah. One of it's funny too because again, like Legion on its own has like 8 billion characters, and like none of the folks here...
Yeah, that's true. Let anybody in. You've got so many characters.
Again, like, one of the most, like, well-known characters in Legion... I mean, yeah, you could argue that, like, Cosmo Boy, Saturn Girl, all them too. But if you ask somebody to name, like, one Legion character...
It's Brainiac 5.
Well, Brainiac 5, but also Matter Eater Lad. From the planet Bismal.
I actually always kind of forget about that, but yeah. But I also just have never liked Legion. My eyes always glaze over.
Legion's one of those things too that like
I actually had that less with this story because the Legion are hardly in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're able to grasp onto these characters from the beginning.
Yeah.
Where like, I mean, it's an origin story.
Right.
It's Secret Origin.
Yeah, and the one thing with like Legion 2, the people who like Legion really like Legion.
Yeah,
and
I'll never understand that.
I kind of, part of me wants to at least try and get into it, but where do you even start? Because you ask somebody, like, oh, start at the beginning. Start when they show up in Superboy. It's like, go ahead, just power through 500 issues of really convoluted plot. And it's like, can you give me a quick primer? Can you give me like some highlights? Like, a quick reading list? And, you know, again, too, I know, like, I think it was like Paul Levitz was either writing or editing at the time, that basically had to create his own, like, story structure just to keep everything straight. Create, like, the Levitz paradigm. Which, do you know about that? So, what that is, basically, since there were so many plot threads going on all at once, is he's like, alright, I'm going to put them all on, like, some graph paper. And we've got our A plot, our B plot, and our C plot. And then it's just like, all right, we're done with this plot, we're moving on to the next. But he had to, like, stagger it a little bit, too. Basically, the idea was that you've got so much stuff going on, you need to organize it somehow. So he's got, like, all these charts of all the different plots and subplots in the Legion books. And he just kind of cycles through them, too. Like, whenever one plot ends, like, another one gets bumped up to the top, too. And you see that in a lot of, like, serialized fiction. I mean, TV, obviously, you hear, that's where you hear, like, A plots, B plots, stuff like that most often. But, yeah, he's got, like, a whole system for, like, cycling through plots and subplots. Just because, like, there's 8 billion characters in the Legion. They've all got their own deal, so... So, either way, Legion, hard to get into.
Well, I wondered reading this if these were just weird, silly characters they were making up for this issue.
Yeah.
Or if these were characters that show up in Legion things already, and maybe like later on some of them really are on the team,
right?
But like lesser members or something, or if they're just made up for this one shot.
I assume they were made up for the one shot. I mean, I didn't look into it further than just read the issue. But I mean, also I do know that anytime anything pops up in any comic, it might take 10 years, might take 20 years, but it will pop up again.
No, I know, but just this being the anthology origin book, you'd kind of expect the origins to always be for people you've heard of.
Right.
And so, but while I was reading this, I didn't even have that thought until the end where I was like, oh, wait a minute, these might be pre-existing characters, but it reads like this would be the only time you would ever see them.
Yeah. I mean, again, I just kind of assume. So I could be wrong, but
I thought the best joke in this... so to your point a minute ago, I was kind of glad that we didn't end up reading an actual Legion issue, because I couldn't make heads or tails of that.
Right.
And it is possible for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I own some Legion.
Right.
Somebody years ago on the channel, when I had a P.O. box, sent me a bunch of Legion, and I didn't have the heart to sell it.
That's fair.
And so there's probably 30 or 40 issues back there. but anyway, the best joke or kind of running gag with this, I thought was the estimating guy.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what his name was. It was like Estimation Boy or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But his power is he knows, or no, he's not just estimating, he knows like the precise number of things.
Right.
I can't remember what his name was.
No.
But that's used for kind of amusing effect in several places, where somebody will be like, there's 10 of something, and he's like, no, actually it's 8.
Yeah.
And he'll just butt in and correct people on numbers.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's funny every time.
I mean,
but there's some really great crap powers in this.
There really are, yeah.
And crap costumes too. All the costumes are bad.
Who was it, Polar Boy, that has like the little furry head there, the furry hat. And I forget what was the name of the main guy? Like a grow,
yeah, these names are not sticking with me.
No, exactly, yeah.
He's got this weird plant power that seems oddly specific and kind of useless.
Right.
And I like the payoff of how he's actually
the pine cones or the acorns, wherever it was.
Yeah, because he can speed up or slow down the growth of plants.
Yeah.
And I like the reaction to somebody on in the Legion when he said he can slow them down. It was like, oh, good, you can also slow down the growth of plants.
Yeah,
because it's like it would be hard to even see that in the moment.
Right. It's like, all right, you want your flight belt now, or? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look that up real quick while we're talking about it, because I don't like that I can't remember the name of these characters.
I know. Yeah, I mean, some of them were. Well, I mean, a lot of them were just kind of. Just straightforward. It's like, there's Fire Boy. His power is fire. So, which, I mean, that's very on brand for Legion too.
Legion likes characters with boy in their name.
Boy, lad, lass.
Chlorophyll Kid. That's what it was. That's pretty good. That also sounds like a Tick character.
It does, yeah.
Night Girl, Polar Boy, Stone Boy, Fire Lad. You even got that wrong. That was our one lad.
That was our one lad, you know.
Remember the lads.
Exactly.
But I didn't even know Bouncing Boy was a Legion character. I thought they made that up.
That I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a stupid name for anything. Bouncing Boy.
Legion, I'm pretty sure they just have like a word randomizer. It's like, all right, let's pick a word and then put lad or lass at the end.
And then the other story here is about the origin of Dr. Light. We have this kind of tragic friendship with a character that
is also Dr. Light.
Yeah, I was going to say that should be the ongoing Dr. Light, but isn't, and ends up becoming kind of a ghost.
A ghost, yeah. I saw this like, oh well, it's appropriate for the holidays too. We've got our Jacob Marley.
That's
here.
true.
Yeah.
Real classic late '80s art.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just love
Looks
how
a lot like a Doom Patrol issue.
Yeah, I can see. Yep. I love how the villain's just Mr. B. Just like random crime boss. And you don't even really see his face. I mean, for the most part, I mean, he's in kind of,
No, and it's focused a lot more on this relationship with these two guys.
Yeah.
And you've got one that is a thief, and he's trying to steal from Star Labs.
Yeah, steals a
and
secret.
then the other guy is trying to save his friend once he realizes that's who it is.
Yeah. The whole bit was like, hey, I stop thieves, but you're my friend, so I'm just gonna look the other way.
And then, like I said, it turns real kind of sad and
Real
tragic
dark,
by the
yeah.
end.
To the point where he becomes a literal ghost.
It's not a bad little story.
No, yeah.
And if you don't know anything about Dr. Light, it is less predictable than the first story. Like, you wouldn't really know where that's going to go.
No,
and
yeah.
Which one will turn into the villain by the end. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Light's a character who, ever since, like, Identity Crisis, people know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot about that with Identity Crisis. Other than that, though, I don't really know anything about
it's
that
like,
character.
this guy's a bad guy.
Well, I guess I'm glad that this came up, because it's the only way I would have ever read this.
Yeah.
I also like that the two stories are so totally dissimilar.
Yeah. Which is kind of odd, too, because, like, I mean, I guess it's not really odd, because when you're doing, like, any sort of, like, anthologized series, you want there to be, like, that juxtaposition. You want them to feel like two separate.
I mean, I think there's two strategies with it.
Yeah.
I think you can go both ways.
Yeah.
I think you can have two stories that you pick because they do go together in some way, either thematically or tonally, and then I think it also makes sense to have sometimes two totally disparate things. Just so that you feel like you got more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
And if this one didn't appeal to you, maybe this one will.
Right.
And I think that works better when they're both full length.
Yeah.
Because that was I'm pretty sure those are both like full issue length stories.
Yeah, because this was like a 40-page book, if I remember right, too.
So they could have been published separately.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, just for what they were, I mean, they both kind of... I didn't feel necessarily, like, that they seemed like an appropriate length. They didn't really... Yeah, I mean, they seemed like an appropriate length. That's my review of the book.
No, they're paced all right.
They're paced all right. They don't feel rushed. They don't feel... like just kind of thrown out there. Is like a little thought behind both of them too.
Now, I've never looked into this book. It's possible that this was a collection anthology where these stories have been published before.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I guess that's possible.
It's possible too, but I mean,
I would have to look into that.
Apparently the Legion book was adapted from something. I think they said it was unfinished or unpublished or...
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of...
Contradicting the cover, actually Dr. Light does not interact with the Legion subs. Yeah, if you picked this issue up, you would think it's one story.
You would think, actually.
And that Dr. Light would be the villain of the Legion story, I guess,
I guess it kind of makes sense from like a marketing strategy too, where you want something that represents both.
Yeah. Well, the other way that you do it is you just go also appearing in this.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the other way we tend to do that.
Have the little quarter with also in this issue.
Well, Chris, let's go ahead and shake the phone.
All right, sounds good.
And then we'll find out what our cover of the week will be for the first show of next year.
Yeah.
Shake.
Sonora?
That's where I was going with it.
All right, and okay. We're rossing it up today.
I'm always worried when that's his reaction.
It's like, okay, I mean,
Oh, that's so random, though. That we'll have to read the third chapter of this. Yeah, so it's Justice number 3. Alex Ross, as you said.
Yeah.
So Justice is a book that my wife made me buy years ago.
Really?
Because we found a hardcover, and she thought the art was just the best thing ever.
I mean, it's Alex Ross, so, it's
Well,
definitely pops.
this was before my wife was real familiar with very much this. And Sarah's still not a big comic person.
Right.
But she's helped me go through enough collections that she knows a decent amount now.
Yeah.
She doesn't read comics, but she knows stuff about comics.
Yeah, I think with, Alex Ross, too, a lot of his stuff is so dynamic that, I mean, that's why it's on, all the t-shirts.
Right.
So...
But yeah, so Justice number 3 is what we're doing next time.
Yeah.
Have you ever read that book?
Long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while for me as well. I don't know how much of this I even have in singles.
I just remember a lot of the really odd design choices where they had Brainiac and a Dr. Spock and the if I remember I did Riddler Glow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I own all of this in singles. I'm surprised by that. I must have found these in collections and hung on to them. I even have the A and the B cover.
Oh, nice.
Because there's a Heroes cover.
I have seen that.
See,
one
there's
too,
the Heroes cover, and then there's the Villains cover.
Ooh.
And I did not remember this.
Yeah. It's funny because there was a little sort of outlet store where I grew up. That for whatever reason always had a ton of Alex Ross stuff. They always had the big oversized Superman, Batman books. They had Justice for some reasons too. So yeah, that's where I read a lot of that stuff too. It just happened to pop up. That same shop always had a bunch of Prima N64 game guides.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, those book a little bit now.
Yeah.
So that stuff is harder to get than it used to be.
It really is, yeah.
Okay, Chris, it's time for our last segment for the evening.
All right.
We're going to talk about another Ghost Machine book.
Yeah.
And it's Hyde Street. This is... Yeah, there it is. Hyde Street. So Jeff Johns, of course, with Ivan Reese art. Really spectacular Ivan Reese art.
Yeah.
I don't know how big of a Reese guy you are, but...
I mean, I don't get mad when he shows up. I don't. I'm not get this book away from me.
So I had heard really good things about this when we reviewed Geiger. A couple people were like, "Yeah, it's good, but it's no Hyde Street."
Right? Yeah.
And last time we said we were going to do something called Ghost Machine because I thought there was an ongoing.
Yeah.
For whatever that is, and it turns out that was just a one shot to set up some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And there's not actually a Ghost Machine title. I didn't know that, so I don't know where I heard that. So I felt dumb when I found that out.
You knew there was a book that was called Ghost Machine, and you think, okay.
But I didn't see the one shot. I thought I had heard people talk about that as a book.
Right.
So I got confused somewhere.
Yeah.
I got into a senile place. I don't know what happened with that. But we read the first 7 issues of this. It's only 9 in now. We're almost caught up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It just started last year. The first volume collects the first 7.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it went all the way to 7. I feel like 6 would have been an okay cutoff.
6 is usually where a lot of these trades end too.
Well, no, but I'm also just saying, reading it, feels like 6 is an okay cutoff.
And 7 actually kind of sets up the whole next arc, it feels like, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kind of a cliffhanger. So
that doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
No, yeah. I was even it was like...
Sorry.
All right, you're good, yeah. It's cold out. We're all, I'm just getting over a cold, too. I've been, NyQuil and DayQuil now for, last week.
It's just that time of year. But anyway, so set this up for us.
There's a street full of ghosts, and bad people go there and get got by the ghosts. That's the plot.
Hyde Street is like if the Twilight Zone was a tiny town that you could just wind up in.
You just wander into, yeah. And that's like the one thing too, like all like these killers, these like scumbags, they just sort of like end up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of funny. Like, well, you're here. So, again, too, like, there's these characters who are basically kind of Grim Reapers. They're like a big competition to, like, they have the counters, like how many souls they brought back.
Yeah, so there's kind of a devil-like character that is the scorekeeper.
Yeah.
What a good name for a villain.
That
Like,
is, yeah.
He's the scorekeeper.
The scorekeeper, yeah.
And he is after souls. He's like a devil kind of character. And when you wind up in Hyde Street, somebody kills you. Somebody takes your soul. He can decide if he wants to sort of spare you, and like you're dead, but you get to kind of live in Hyde Street, taking other people out.
Yeah.
And if you get to 10,000, then you get your life back, and you can get sent back to Earth. I love the rules in this.
Yeah.
I love how clear and plain as day they are. I love how early we get the major ones.
Right.
And even things like you were alluding to, the kind of ambiguity of how do you wind up here.
Yeah.
There's even a sense that there's...
You're just drawn to it almost, yeah.
Well, what I was going to say, there's even a sense that there's kind of rules for that. That something about mistakes you've made in the past, the sins you've committed, will lead you to this place. And some people wind up there that have done far less evil things than most of the soul takers that we meet in this. But most of them are just really heinous people.
Well, even
I think Johns is... Sorry, I was reading this point real quick.
Yeah.
And I think Johns is really inventive in coming up with a really good variety of kind of chilling, awful things that people have done.
Yeah.
And to varying degrees of success in creating original and believable backgrounds. Like some of them intentionally more sympathetic than others, and some of them more cliche than others.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, I think he comes up with really good backgrounds to define these characters and make them come alive. Like everybody in this really memorable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And you'd mentioned the Twilight Zone, and that was my first thought reading this too, how Twilight Zone feels, and especially with...
Well, it also gets ahead with that right at the start.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't it's not like slightly derivative or kind of why it's straight up
right.
And I'm not even saying it's ripping that off in premise. It's a Twilight Zone-esque premise,
right?
But like in the kinds of stories it's telling. But it also just is, what I should say is it's in the tradition of that kind of thing, of that and Outer Limits, where right at the start it has like the opening monologue that you could hear read in Serling's voice. It would remind anyone of Twilight Zone that has ever looked at Twilight Zone.
Exactly, yeah, and especially since a lot of the characters are, because I think like both the Scout Kid and Mr. X-Ray died like the 1950s.
Yeah,
and then you had later on the Frankenstein guy, Mr. Oddman, how he was set to star in like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein too.
Well, and he's got a really on the nose name.
Yeah,
because his first name is Oscar
Oddman. Yeah,
because
he's an actor.
Because he wants to be a renowned actor.
Yeah,
so his name is Oscar.
Yeah. A lot of the names in this are pretty on the nose, even when they're not like Mr. X-Ray.
Yeah.
But
well, with that, I mean that's not the guy's actual name.
No, yeah, for sure. But even when it's like the character's actual name,
I don't think it is. Is it?
No, it's just because he's got his he can see through people or whoever it is.
Yeah.
I do just
I don't know if we're given a real last name for that guy.
Sure,
now I'm wondering what his actual name is.
Yeah, but I do even like the imagery too, like the scorekeeper and his headquarters in like Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
You see the actual counts too. Like that is a set piece that could immediately I saw like black and white, and immediately I saw it could have been the show too. And then later on too, we have the like shop with all like the sundries and items and like the monster compass too, run by like the fitness instructor, the evil fitness instructor. But again, like a lot of the deaths in this too are, you have like the actual murders, you have the ones that are also like tragic accidents. Like again, when you have Oscar Oddman, where and even to go into like the fitness instructor, even though she didn't really murder the woman, but she wasn't exactly innocent either, and everybody kind of blamed her for it too. I mean, it's again, you have just the different levels, the different stories that you have, how all these people got there, and it's not just, you know, this kid lit, you know, his scout troop on fire.
Yeah.
That you've got like a good variety, and you've got like again, like
no, everybody's got a good amount of dimension to them.
Yeah.
Even if some of them are more straight up evil than others.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated. So I wanted to talk about the counter for a minute, because
Right.
you brought that up. That is an ingenious device, because immediately it gives you an incentive to keep reading.
Yeah.
Because John's gives you all of these really provocative names of characters that you may not meet for issues.
Right.
We're 7 in. There's still several people on that list we've not met yet.
Right.
And that's not a ticking time bomb, but it's kind of like that or Chekhov's gun, where it is
it's seeding the plot.
It's establishing things that you're where you know this world is bigger than you've seen it.
Yeah.
And all of these people, just in their names, sound really interesting.
Yeah.
And what's also ingenious about that is we know that everybody is supposed to be going for 10,000 souls.
Yeah.
So that they can go back to their lives. And you immediately can derive information about the characters you've not met yet based on how many people they've killed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were looking at that or if you thought about that.
A little bit, yeah.
But we're making a real big deal out of everybody's got a different motivation, and you can read into some of that motivation based on how many they've killed. So the Boy Scout kid has well over 10,000 because he wants to stay in Hyde Street and doesn't have to leave if he doesn't want to.
There's a great line where, sorry to interrupt, but there's that great line where they're like, yeah, you do this, you can escape. Like, oh, you mean leave? I don't want to escape this.
Right.
So, sorry, go ahead.
And he is kind of the principal antagonist from the start.
Right.
Which is, by the way, really smart, because on page 1, you've got that kid, and you think he's just some little innocent scout kid, and you don't realize you're looking at kind of the villain of the piece. Right from the start. And so you know that he doesn't want to leave, and that's why he's at 18,000. The first time you see that board, it's like, why does he have so many kills?
Yeah.
And he's the main antagonist because he's taking kills away from all these other people that really want to leave.
Yeah.
And then you have the reverse of that with the monster.
Yeah. Who's got like 0.
Has no kills, refuses to kill, has signed the contract for some reason that I still don't quite understand.
Yeah.
To get back from Hyde Street by doing the kills, but refuses to do them. So he's the opposite of this kid, and then you have everything else in between.
Well, you have the monster who, like,
ingenious device.
Yeah, refuses to the point where, like, the villain hammers nails into his eyes too.
I will not leave this on the screen for too long.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that will that'll just drive you insane.
That's fair, yeah.
If you look at that,
you'll just get hypnotized too. You'll talk to the hypnotoad here. For a second there, I saw someone with an eye, like, oh, we got like a. I will say that one scene where like the scorekeeper pulls out the nails and the hammer, and then he's like, "No, not my eyes!" Like, oh, well, they're doing that. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
I like how I like damn near everything about this book.
Yeah, I did too.
John's has everything meticulously figured out with this, pretty clearly. The man is such a veteran that it feels like he's using every trick in the book that he's learned now, in all of the kind of grandiose world building that he would do for DC.
Yeah.
In creating his own thing. So it's kind of the antithesis to Geiger in that way, where Geiger is such a smaller feeling kind of story. It's more of an intimate sort of thing.
Right.
Where, like, yeah, there's good world building in that also.
Yeah.
But that feels like a thing he could almost plot more like by the skin of his teeth, like as he's going. Right. And that was also a thing that was meant to just be 6 issues in the first place.
Right.
And he wouldn't necessarily make anymore. And then he's continued on with it.
Yeah.
This is a much more ambitious sort of project.
Yeah.
Where he's just so smart in grabbing you and making you curious about why you're seeing the things you're seeing, but trusting that it'll all come together.
Yeah.
So you get, when you first meet the monster, he's got such a unique, bizarre look. And immediately you go,
what's this guy's deal?
Why can't I see his eyes? Why does he have bolts?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he talk? And then very soon after, we get all of that with him.
Yeah.
But that guy comes out of complete nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately when I see him, I'm thinking, okay, who is he on the board?
Yeah.
Because we have all these names.
Exactly, yeah. You're going through, like, all right, there's this guy that... Well, it's funny because I had to, like, reread that page a couple of times. Like, where did this guy come from? Who was... Did the Santa guy just, like, shapeshift? What's going on?
I love the way this is structured because it's effectively non-linear, but it's not non-linear, right?
Right,
so,
exactly.
Everything is happening in sequence, but you're kind of doing the Lost thing where you jump back and you give us stories in people's past to define them.
Right.
And up until 7, almost each issue does that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't read formulaic. Like, it's easy to kind of forget that there is a kind of an issue formula for this one.
Yeah.
And I think that's because we're progressing the main narrative consistently.
Yeah.
Some of these read more like singular stories than others, but like we're always pushing the whole thing forward.
Yeah, like there's definitely plot motion too. I mean, but the only time that I sort of got tripped up with any sort of with the back and forth between timelines is actually in this issue, where it's like, and part of it too is because they do the Norman Rockwell thing too.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, this is this is present day. It's not 1955 or whatever. You know, Pucky died. It's like this cop's got like way too modern of a belt. He's got too many speakers.
Well, yeah, and it's hard to tell right away because the Hyde Street itself seems kind of locked in a period.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting because it's such a cliche to say like the town feels like a character.
Yeah,
it's such like, but yeah, you do kind of.
It does have that. Yeah,
it does have that too. But I mean, you do get the sense that this street is, I was gonna say alive, but considering that, you know, it's full of ghosts, it's full of grim reapers, you know, but that there's so much going on, there's so much you're not seeing, and that there's so many characters with their own like just super detailed lore and backstory that you definitely get that sense of what you're talking about too, how it can't go on forever. You just want to know more. You want to know what's around every corner. You want to know who the characters on the board are.
Oh, this feels like it could go 100 issues.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, and how crazy is it
like just how rich the world is from
Yeah.
the start.
Right.
Like from the very beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one issue in, this feels like a thing that ought to be 20 or 30 years old.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it's hard to believe that that something like this starts now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just
No, it does. 'Cause
so many things. I'm not saying that there's nothing great that new that comes out now,
Right.
But just things that are that have this level of complex world building and are this, like, I use the word fresh too often,
Yeah.
but like fresh and sticks with you,
right. It feels
right,
complete.
right away. Yeah, that's unusual.
Yeah.
And it's also impressive that you can point to all these other things that it's looking at, and it doesn't feel derivative, like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's real Twilight Zone, but it's leaning to that almost like a genre. You know what I mean? It's like we're in the Twilight Zone subgenre, and we're borrowing elements from like 100,000 different things,
Right.
And so it is squarely in a horror genre.
Yeah.
And it itself doesn't even read throwback to me, but because we have all these souls from different time periods,
Right.
we're able to crib from all over history,
Yeah.
and that gives it its own unique flavor. And so I'm talking all the time about things that are throwback,
Right.
and then manage to make something old kind of new again.
Right.
That's not exactly what we have here.
You know what this is? This just kind of popped in my head too. It's Star Wars versus like Buck Rogers. Star Wars versus Flash Gordon. You've got like the
Yeah.
I mean, you've got
No, that's exactly what it is.
and again too, like, yeah, it is pulling from like classic 1950s, 1960s TV horror, but also
And then 10 minutes in, you're not thinking at all about the
Yeah,
other properties.
exactly,
at all.
yeah.
No, that's it. That's
and
exactly right.
it's also part of it too is not only that, but yeah, they are pulling from all these other sources. I mean, you've basically got like The Bad Seed and like Mad Men, and I think this. Now, when did this come out again? This is fairly
This starts last year.
last year. So I mean,
Like I said, it's only in the
Yeah.
9.
so I think it probably just predates like the substance a little bit too, but you still have like just as a temporary example, but you also have like 80s fitness culture in there too. You've got like Abbott and Costello are name dropped.
Yeah.
So it's got all these other influences. I remember once like
It also, let me say this real
yeah.
quick, squarely knows that it's a comic book.
Yes, yeah. Well, the main guy is, I mean, he's got X-ray glasses.
Yeah,
They're talking about he's got
I've
sea
been-
monkeys.
I've been waiting for something to lean that much into the mail order gimmicky
yeah.
item pages,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see throwbacks to that a lot in comics where we'll make up new ones,
Yeah.
and it'll be kind of fun and silly.
Right.
But I haven't seen anybody make a character out of it yet,
Yeah.
and that's cool.
That is, yeah.
But also, while it squarely knows the medium it's in, and is playing around with the history of that,
Yeah.
it also is insanely ripe for adaptation,
Yeah.
and almost like it knows it. And I've read a lot of stuff that seems to only exist hoping to get adapted.
Yeah.
This doesn't have that.
No, yeah.
This is like wonderfully artistic in its own right, and again wants to be a comic book.
Yeah.
But it's also really strategic about that, where
Yeah.
you can see on the page what the structure of a TV show would look like with this.
Yeah. And that's a complaint I've heard that people have with like Mark Miller lately, Mark Millar.
Yeah, that he's just making
Yeah. Now
stuff to be adapted.
part of that too is because he actually kind of is. Too.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Well, and if Ghost Machine exists for that purpose,
Yeah.
it is dual purpose,
Right.
and you can't help but respect the
Yeah.
hustle with it.
again too, like the art. I mean, look at this page here too. the artwork, the coloring, how a lot of it's so dynamic, and it could go from, again, we were talking about Ace Fitness culture versus like Mad Men too, where it can be more subdued one page and then go to like the really bright pastel, but then pull back to this, like the actual Hyde Street itself is really colorful, but in like a weird muted way too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the actual look of the book, I think, is really strong and really kind of, even like, again, just the character designs too. When like Frankenstein guy shows up, you notice. It's hard not to like be, and again, like, I do love the Santa's
like Geiger, he's got a real distinct kind of look.
Yeah. I do love, I'm Pip, your favorite elf. Hi, Santa.
Now, I will say, I see, because we talked about how Geiger would probably make a good miniseries on TV. Reading this now, I will see Geiger more as a video game.
I can see that too, yeah.
And it seems like this is obviously ripe for television. And, multiple seasons.
And, it's... The one thing I did appreciate about this is I never really found myself comparing it to Geiger.
No, I didn't either.
It feels like,
I'm only doing that now.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, in the back of my head, it's like, all right, these are both Ghost Machine titles. These are both, Jeff Johns. In the back of my head, it's like, yeah, maybe I should look for the similarities, but, like, they're so...
I love how totally different they are.
Yeah, exactly, too. It's just kind of impressive just how you've got, again, same writer, he's doing this under his own label, but they feel just so unique.
Well, if you handed me both of these books without John's name on the cover, I couldn't tell you that either of them were definitely John's, and I couldn't tell you that they were both written by the same guy.
Right.
And that's impressive. It's crazy that he's doing some of his best work this late in his career.
Well, again, too, I know we've talked before about how there's...
I'm not saying Johns is like a super old guy, but he's been around a long time.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
There are plenty of people that are burnt out by this point.
I have to, again, I know we've talked before about how, we kind of, or at least I have to remind myself that, the New 52 was a decade ago.
Yeah.
And just saying that, I feel like I need to go walk in the ocean now. That's the...
Nicholas Bodo, would you say this is darker than Geiger? It's just dark differently, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. Like, the flavors are so different, but they're both, they both have real rough stuff in them.
There's real rough stuff, but again, you can't really...
Is this more or less disturbing than Geiger? It's been a little while since we read that now, but
nobody hammered nails into Geiger's eyes, but that's...
No, that's true.
But again, it's hard to compare the two because they're both so unique. They both have kind of they're both so different, and they're both so well thought out and just so complete is the word I keep coming back to. They're both
I like that.
So
It's hard to say which I even like better because I think Geiger is much more my thing.
Yeah.
And it ends up being kind of a superhero comic.
Right.
I'm not a big horror comic guy.
Right.
But me, Chris, I really like my Hell on Earth stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I always gravitated toward that. And so I do have personal sensibilities that this really tickled for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
And it does have that, something for everyone sort of quality.
Yeah, and I think, the way it's structured, too, is you can kind of tell any story you want in any time period. Or at least, if not any time period.
Yeah, no, it's such a versatile concept.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And... again, too, I'm a sucker for old-time Hollywood stuff too.
Me too. And it's also fun having this supernatural place where you can have all these characters from different time periods interacting with each other.
Yeah,
and you can tell that the further we go, the more fun we're going to have with that.
Yeah.
I think it's amusing in issue 6 or 7, I forget where, when John seems to almost be getting impatient with dropping characters and names on you one issue at a time. And he really wants you to get to know all these people more.
Right.
And so he's got this page where he just tells you who a bunch of them are, even though we haven't met them
yet.
yet.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, then there's also...
And I appreciated that.
Yeah. Then there's also the scene, too, where, Mr. X-Ray gets a bus.
Yeah.
So, again, like, it drops a lot of characters on you real fast, and you learn what their deals are real quick, too.
Well, I was going to say that, too, is this is one of the best modern examples that I've seen now of juggling a lot of characters and introducing them in a way where you're not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I think some of it is, like he paces that masterfully.
Right.
In really keeping track of like his issue to issue structure.
Yeah.
But also the characters are so memorable.
Yeah.
That a lot of his work is done for him just in
what you look at.
Just in what they look like and in who they are. Like if several of these characters had been dropped on us in the first issue, it might not be as effective in not overwhelming you.
Right.
Maybe, but maybe not. Like, maybe they just speak for themselves well enough. I would still be able to keep track of them.
Well, again, too, I mean, just the character design is so strong, too. And every character, like, you can look at and at least get an idea what their deal is. Just from, like, a panel.
I wonder if he didn't have some of this under his hat for a long time.
It does kind of feel like that, too. I mean, this does kind of feel like... honestly, it kind of feels like a lot of ideas he's had just floating around in a notebook that he just was able to tie together, too. Now, I could be, again, like, we don't know what his process is. We don't know what's in his, journal somewhere. But this feels like it's been cooking. It's been cooking for a bit, too. Just because, again, like, it's so well constructed, and he's got like a series Bible somewhere too, where and even if he doesn't, it at least feels that way. He's at least got to the point where you can fake it.
Yeah, and it just reads real smooth.
Yeah.
It's a fast read. I didn't want to put it down.
No, yeah.
It's definitely one of, if not the strongest things that we've talked about this year.
I would say so too, yeah. But yeah, again, too, like, one big thing that's really striking is just how different it is from Geiger. And I know I probably shouldn't be shocked that, a guy who's been writing for decades, who's done, like, a number of different projects, even... So, he can definitely tell multiple stories, so I should be surprised that, like, he's got 2 titles that feel different.
But there are inklings of some of the disturbing stuff that he's doing with some of these horrible people.
Yeah.
In his... Like, you can see some of that.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
I'll read a couple comments real quick, and then we'll wrap up here. Nicholas Bodo, evil fitness instructor, is something I didn't even know I would hear. She's definitely one of the most messed up characters in this.
Yeah.
Would you call this setting a purgatory? Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
It's basically that. Although it's sort of a cross between a purgatory and a hell. Itself, because there is a lot of talk about how people that deserve to be there should be punished while they're there.
Yeah. And, Mr. X-Ray has got, like, a daughter he hasn't seen in, years and years, and...
Yeah, it would be a purgatory for the people that are desperate to get back.
Yeah. Although, again, you've got, like, the murderous Boy Scout who's, like, No, I'm good. I'm fine. So, I mean, it's a little. I mean, it's odd because it's sort of it's not quite like the afterlife. It's not quite like the mortal realm, but it's so in that sense, I guess it is kind of is that weird sort of it's where the veil between the living and the dead are thinnest.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a purgatory depending on who you are.
Yeah,
because there are if you just stumble into Hyde Street.
Yeah.
And somehow you're able to leave before anybody notices you're there. You just go back into the real world. Like, you're not trapped there.
Right.
I don't think. Maybe you are. That's part of it I'm not sure about. Like, is Hyde Street always in the same place? Is it moving? Is it a place that you could find if you were looking for it?
Yeah.
And I bet we'll get some of that.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of seem like
it's got a bit of the Lost Island.
It does, yeah. It does kind of feel like it finds you, because I don't think they ever really give like.
Is it even a physical place?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I guess it's possible it's not.
Right. So yeah, I mean, do they say like? Because I know they mentioned like. I think they never really give like actual like street addresses for Hyde Street. Like, yeah, it's at the corner of so and so, Fifth Avenue. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I could see it just popping up.
Well, it's not like all these people are from the same city or anything.
Yeah.
And so you're right. There is all that talk about, like it's ethereal, right?
Yeah.
Like there is all that talk about, people. Gravitate toward it.
Yeah.
And we don't know how exactly they wind up there.
Right.
But then also a whole bus of people can get in a wreck and wind up there.
Yeah.
But then that's also because they're all somewhat culpable for what happened in that incident.
Yeah.
So it isn't just they took a wrong turn and went up in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to see what Bugs Bunny has on the leaderboard.
But anyway, I loved this.
Yeah, no, this is great.
And as much as I like Geiger, because I made a big deal out of that, and I would like to get at least the trade for that. This I got half a mind to go back and get in singles. And continue on with it.
Right, and again, like this.
And I don't usually buy books like this.
Yeah. But again, like there is a level of craft here that's really impressed me, and. I think like I know we just said this that John's now that he's kind of doing his own thing and now that he's sort of doing what he wants to do is doing like the best work of his career. And again, this surprised me because I went into this knowing nothing about the actual so I saw the cover, like, oh, this seems fun. This seems cool.
And as much as we've talked about it, that's probably the best way to read it.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
So,
it's
all
rare.
of you guys should have read it before you listen to us talk about it.
Exactly. It's rare when, I mean, it's honestly rare to just come in fresh to anything anymore, too. Like, there's...
Yeah, it's weird how little I've heard about this.
Yeah. And, like, now, again, we've got solicits, we've got, podcasts, we've got, you want to see a movie, there's going to be 5 trailers, there's going to be, scenes on YouTube, there's going to be, you can find interviews with the cast. Like, it's hard to just sort of, like, be surprised anymore, and this was, like, such a surprise for me, and... Again, well, sorry everybody.
Not as much with comics because a lot of this indie stuff is a little more under the radar.
I mean, that's true. Yeah. But
well, anyway,
again, sorry everybody. Sorry you can't come in fresh because of us.
Well, what's weird is, last week or 2 weeks ago, when we set this up, I didn't even really, like you said, know what this book was, and I thought we were going to review a different thing. And then it's turned around to probably the best thing I read this year. So that's kind of amazing. But yeah, I can't recommend this enough. And I think Austin would adore this book.
Yeah.
I think he really needs to read this.
Yeah, I mean, if he likes the Skybound Universal stuff, I mean, this would be right up his alley too.
Well, more than that, he's such a big Universal Monsters guy,
Yeah,
and all of that. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff that would.
Well, especially since a plot.
But I don't know if he knows anything about this.
Well, especially since a major plot point is like Abbott and Costello be Frankenstein. So.
Yep.
You know what happened though?
What's that?
We found our way to Hyde Street. We were drawn.
Oh, that's true. That's
Just
true.
saying,
We just
I just
wound up
realized.
there. That's a good point.
You know what? I don't want to get killed by a Boy Scout, so I will see you all later. If we see a guy in X-ray glasses, I'm out.
Well, anyway, on that note, we're going to get going. Thanks a lot
Yeah.
for watching, everybody. We'll be back again at the start of next year for lots more comic talk. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. And if you don't see me later on this week on the channel, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy New Year. And in the meantime, I was Captain Logan, and this was Chris.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, folks.